Ah, ah. Are we good? Hello, 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 hello. Let me see. Chat, are we all good? Are sounds working correctly? I can't quite tell. It looks like things are fine, but I'm not going to say that they are just yet. I'll go ahead and get... Why did that not show? Okay. It looks like the game's kind of loud. I'll turn that down just a teeny bit. I wouldn't want that to be too overbearing. But also, where is that? That was the browser source. Why was that hidden? Let me try that again. Sound alerts. Is this gonna show?
Have confidence.
There it goes. I don't know why things say hidden sometimes, or why things kind of just don't exist from time to time. But it looks like most, if not everything, should be working now, I hope. Let's see, game audio, my audio. I take it that we're fine. I'm gonna go with that assumption. Well, hello, good morning, evening, after night, everybody. Especially to you, Crust, because I know that you're the one who primarily is on the wait for whenever these streams come up next. So I do apologize that it took a while, but I've got a lot that I put on my plate, and so trying to balance it all is a little bit of a struggle from time to time. So do bear with me. Let me see. Everything looking good. Audio. Okay. Well, I don't know what I'm wrong about. I don't think that you're the one waiting for these. No, I appreciate you dropping by nonetheless. These Streamlabs, that. Alright, I usually have this here. So I'm going to put that there so that way I can go ahead and monitor that. And if I feel like doing something new or working with it, then I can go ahead and fix that up when necessary. All mini games should be up and running. The fishing mini game should be still working. Let me see. Unpause that. Yeah, all mini games and all things should be good to go. What are you doing to Master Google? Interesting. All right, I'll leave you to it. You keep playing around with your little ways. I'll go ahead and get us started and continue on with the trial at hand, because I'm honestly pretty fucking spooked. Oh, I caught the gnome this time. I saw it. Or at least, like, for the flash that it was there, I saw it. Let me see. I'm so paranoid that something either isn't working or is, like, wrong. So, I do ask, if anything seems off in the slightest, please feel free to go ahead and let me know. Ever since last week, or not last week, ever since last stream's fiasco, I literally was so paranoid. And also, I guess I was right in my assumption to be a little paranoid, because there was an issue that I had originally before stream. So I'm hoping that we can go ahead and get things running in a good manner. Alright, chat. But enough stalling. Also, I'm not sure, Crust, are you, I know that we held this stream off for a while now because you said this trial was going to be a long one, and the last time I played it was starting to get a little bit long. But if you would let me know, because I think what I want to do... first of all, my first question is the next trial the final trial? Because if it is, then I think I want to dedicate that stream and a vast majority of what's to come to its own stream, which means that this stream might just end up being this trial case. Depending on how fast or how long this is, which is where it becomes a bit of a pertinent issue. So that is what I asked. Depending on how long this trial is, it may be its own stream going into... There's 5 cases in this one? Okay, because I wasn't sure. I think this is the 3rd trial. I think this is the 3rd trial, because there was the starting trial, then there was the trial with... Oh, wait a minute. Wait! There was the... Hold on, I'm trying to remember all the trials. So there was the first trial with Phoenix, then there was... This is episode 3? Okay, I thought this might have been episode 4 because of the mask to mask stuff, but I think that counted as... Despite it being like 2 trials, I think that counted as 1 still. And then this is the 3rd trial. Okay, that's fine then. So, if we have other things to do after this, and that's fine, I can go ahead and... I wouldn't mind pushing it some. But if this was going into the last trial, I wanted to kind of hold off on that. But yeah, that was my question. So, if we got another trial after this next one, then yeah, I'll go ahead and definitely start going into it and seeing what's to come. Rock, paper, scissors? Wait, how do I... Wait, what the fuck? I didn't even confirm. I didn't even confirm it this time. It just... What? What the hell is going on with the bot? The bot's got new rules attached to it. Oh yeah, I'll see the teaser. But I guess we'll go ahead and see just how long this will take, because obviously it's me on the trial. Also, I don't have my... God, there's so many things, so many silly things for me to go ahead and work on. So let me go ahead and put that up so I can get moving the way that I want to. Let me see. What are you trying to do? Oh wait, that's not the one. That's a different raid. Which one are you trying to do, Spuds? Or what are you trying to go ahead and do? Oh shoot, I did the wrong one. Oh, the pirate one? I can go ahead and look them up real quick. Give me a second, chat. I'm stalling like a lot, but I'm trying to make sure that things are working and things are gonna go as according to plan. So let me see. What are the commands? Is it modules? No, default. Points. Is it heist? Try exclamation mark heist. That might be it. Then there was duel, rock, paper, scissors, slots. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the one. There's your pirate one. All right, chat. So those are up and running. Those look good. All right, we'll keep it going now. Or like I'll continue on with the game. So, good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think's gonna happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well. It ended up on a giant mystery. That's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Huh? Oh, yeah, of course. I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination. Undertale reference? Well, I'm just saying. Why don't I believe you? Oh, what the fuck? You won the Battle Royale too? Oh no, you died in the pirate heist, but you did win the Battle Royale. It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. I might need a little bit of help. It's been a... Oh, it's Gumshoe. Okay, I thought Don Tigre was already on his way. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help. Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles. This is that one small bottle that was turned up in Trace Ian's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. It's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor. Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. Finally got the analysis result from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication. Medication? Is this... Wait, no, this isn't the medication... Wait, whose medication is this and why? I was gonna say, this is, Oh, shoot, I forgot his name already. Glenn Elg. Okay, I was gonna say Eli. No, it's Elg. Okay, so, but we know that it's not Glenn's, since we have his medicine, or his medication turned up at a different point. Let me go ahead and move some of these things around. Move this here, probably this, like, right here. That should be fine, I think. Yeah, I think this works. I think I have vibes with this. Medication? Yeah, for Is this not Glenn Elg's medication? Is this what didn't turn up that one time? For ears, topical use only apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? That's interesting. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... it's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today. Got it? Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. Oh boy, we certainly got our work cut out for us. I'm gonna go ahead and move the model down some. I feel like I'm taking up a little bit too much space. Try to keep it on the short and narrow here. Gatto. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, fuck. Okay, I forgot. I gotta start remembering voices again. Shit. How did Gatto's voice go again? Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claimed to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from within its right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Gatto. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? I'm gonna go with the assumption that a good amount of these aren't contradictions and are gonna come back up and we're like, actually, he did put his medicine in his left ear. He was using that earpiece so that way it could stay in or something. I don't know. I feel like that Victor's not as wrong as we're putting him out to be. But I might as well not jump the gun just yet. Oh shit, there he goes. Huh. Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Gatto. Don't let the mystery of yesterday's mystify you. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. The old guy wasn't just throwing seeds in there. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand. To be gumshoe. Oh. Okay, he was French, but how did I... Fuck, I gotta remember voices again. And you are? Oh, bonjour, everyone. I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and a chief of Tres Bien Restaurant. Enchanté. I don't think I need to speak for everybody here. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a... I don't know if that's gonna fly this generation, Mr. Judge. No comment. Are you a woman? Ooh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am le pert and a perky gentleman, no? On the day of the incident, you were in Tres Bien's kitchen. Isn't that right? With you, monsieur. Everything feels right. Wait, what? Did he lose the French accent when he spoke? Huh. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy? Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened the day at Tres Bien. Oui, volontiers. Volontiers? Is that a... What word is that in French? Maybe I said it wrong. When it all happened, there was only 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new decos, with some new art decos that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. Look up, the earpiece and the glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no? Mirror? Oui, un grand mirror, la most enormous mirror. And suddenly, the mystery disappears. I need to look at the picture again, because I'm not buying it. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. We have pictures from that day, don't we? Where's the mirror? That would explain the coffee and the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. I'm gonna, just for the safety of it all. Alright, hold it. And who were the 2 customers exactly? Mice, of course, the young man who died, and the other not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? Guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. You were experimenting with Art Deco? Come, I never heard about that before today. You are not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur? Please stay on topic. Now, why don't you tell the court about this before? But I did just a few moments ago. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decatur? No, Art Deco is just a style design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design, walls, ceiling, carpets, that kind of thing. Oh, yes, of course, that deco. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look for my restaurant. I was planning the most bold remodeling of la decor. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Oof, something about 4 meters wide and, about 2 meters high. Let's see, if 1 meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Nice known, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Leave it for now. I'll come back to it. Must have been there in the restaurant somewhere. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. So, like having a mirror? Okay, I'll get back to that one in a second. Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porcupine-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, Trite? Ah, not the hair! I don't have a top knot! Mr. Gatto is correct. A lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Bien, logica one lede. Everything? You would have seen everything in reverse? Oui. Hey, Nick, we should take a sec to think about what old CD was said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong if it was his left ear, without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. He saw everything being described reflected in a mirror, and then everything he said was on the left was actually on the right, huh? That clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? Huh. It's kinda hard to believe everything is a fault of a mirror, but... think old CD ever saw everything through a reflection? If it did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony. That just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We gotta dig deeper. So, like having a large mirror. Let's see. Should press harder. If you really had such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Kudo or Maggie Bird's testimonies. But... Objection! You didn't ask, Trite. You had only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? The mirror was delivered to Trespien the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. And as it turns out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even if a mirror was delivered to Trespien, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. Huh. If you want to doubt someone, try it. Look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. I like half want to point out that there was nothing in the picture, but maybe this has something to do with what we got. Cranial surgery. Was there something here that was left to us by... Broke the vase in my seat. I'm sorry. I can't look at the testimony any more than I already have. Perhaps this is what this old man was looking at? Objection. Oh fuck, okay, this was a normality thing. I was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. Lock me from wrong as his left ear without a doubt. Yeah. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup with his left. And that clears up problem, does it? But where would the mirror be? When I look at the picture presented to use... Where is the mirror? Where he would have saw everything reflected. I'm like half certain that one of these articles that day, like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oh wait, no. Large mirror between the tables. I don't remember seeing a mirror, and I doubt it. Perhaps this is what the older man was looking at. My thing is, or my main hunch, is that there is no mirror. Oh, fuck. Okay. But which one is it? Like having a large mirror in between the tables, for example. This is what the old man was looking. Okay, hold on. Let me see again what it says when I say no. Okay, leave it. You couldn't lie about such a object like that. It must have been there in the restaurant somewhere. I don't remember a mirror though. Having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The capillary earpiece would have been a reverse, no? Everything one more time. Near the kitchen. Fuck! Okay, that wasn't it. Damn it. Is there... I don't think there's a mirror. There's nothing in the picture to showcase that there was. So... My bids, there was 2 customers in the restaurant. Some were expecting with new art deco that day, having a large mirror between the tables. Perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. The piece of glass, he would have seen everything in reverse, no? If that's the case, but where? Where's the contradiction? I feel like it's just the mirror, but I can't say for certain just yet. No. So, I tried doing that one. Because I pressed for it, and I said... What did I say? Nick said, if there was a mirror... There was a mirror that was delivered. We don't know if it was used, though. Says what the old man was looking at. The cup, the earpiece, and the glasses. You would have seen everything in reverse, no? Wait. No. Wait, where is, oh, wait, there's, no. Is it this one? They were right across from each other, weren't they? Fuck, is that relevant? What, did he put the mirror in between them? If he was looking at... broke the vase in my seat. I'm sorry. I feel like the positioning. Okay, so either the point of the mirror, perhaps the old man was looking at in between the tables, for example. That is what it's looking at. Non. Blueprints of the crime scene. X equals the victim's seat. I don't know if this one proves it. Potassium photo taken near the kitchen. Near the kitchen. I don't see a mirror, though. That's the thing that I'm hooked on right now, but I also need to think about what Victor was doing. Cover the victims and Maggie's fingerprints. He had to have picked this up with his right hand, but Victor swears he picked it up with his left, which means that if he saw it in a mirror, that probably makes sense. The bag is empty. What's the other stuff I don't think is relevant? And so I'll try this one. Where is it? Is this the... No, this one. Fuck, it wasn't this one either? Damn it. Okay, so the position is not... It's not the position, or at the very least... Okay, hold on. Maybe I'm missing something or I'm overthinking something. If it was a mirror, how reverse would it be? Would it really be? But I don't have a mirror as a point of reference. There were 2 customers in my restaurant. Let me try again. Maybe is there... other man. We can bring him up. I guess we'll just try a different approach for the time being. Update. Having a large mirror in between the tables, for example. But there was nothing there. Or at least I didn't see anything. A mirror? There is no mirror here. I don't know what it is that I should be hard focusing on right now. I don't think the cup is going to be the evidence for now. Oh my god. Has a small pocket, big stains. What am I trying to disprove here? I feel like the mirror is the most obvious thing. That's what the old man was looking at. Okay, fuck, this was normally. And then the cup, the earpiece, and glasses would have seen everything in reverse. HMD over his left eye and left eardrum, and he picked it up with his left hand. Wait. Hold on. He would have seen everything in reverse. Okay, hold on. So, just so I can double check. Left eye. So, everything is already on the left, which means that in a mirror, wouldn't everything be in reverse? Let's see, you say assessment. Well, he was wearing an earpiece on the same side, green lens of his specs. Those would have been on his left. You can lock me if I'm wrong. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. So maybe I'm okay. Hold on, I think I have an idea. He saw everything. Yeah, everything on his left would have been on his right. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. I think I just overread the whole situation, but would have been in reverse. There we go. Okay, I got it. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens on his specs. No question. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was on his left ear, without a doubt. So to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactamente, you see, monsieur. Now that is what you think about. Wait, now that you think about it, it is not so odd, no? Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order. Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been on his right eye. How bitter. Try it. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It will calm you down in no time. Are we talking about your coffee, or something completely different? You don't understand the way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? I broke the vase? Sorry apology I mean Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony? Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. L? Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece. And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. L's HMD made one big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear. Huh. Well, Trey. Ugh. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever. Wow, I really thought he was the old CD there for a moment. Good. Gatto's good. Turn myself up or the game down? Is the game really that loud? I can turn it down some more. Audio's unbalanced? Okay. Where's... Okay, so that's that. I can turn the game down some. Turn it down to, like, here, perhaps. And then turn this down just a teensy bit more. I didn't realize it was so unbalanced. All right. Thank you for the heads up. Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of this testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can a lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on. Tell the court we're all ears. Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plan of the restaurant. Alright, here we go. That goddamn mirror. Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror. It was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only one seat from which you could have seen the victim. Could have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. Is this where the picture comes in? Okay. How long was that? Or how long? That was blueprints. Photo taken near. Photo of the crime scene taken from near the kitchen. I guess that doesn't necessarily take it yet. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What a naughty little coquette. I am confusing all the men like this. Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again. Ugh, I hate that guy. You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror? Are you quite sure about that? Volunteers, of course. Okay, hold on. So 2 things to think about here. A, there's still no mirror in the picture. However, victim's ear medicine found covered fingerprints in the kitchen. This is the victims, and it's in the kitchen. So that's where I will put my first sense of questions towards. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you please. Okay, hold on. So, let's see. The victim. Temple incident. Naturally, I did not touch anything. Okay, so that's the last one. Still, I'm going to get as much information as I can out of the rest of these. So run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? Oui. We? Really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there. It would be in the way. Look who's talking, try it. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But, this is my seat in the courtroom. Tresbien's charm is that it gives off the impression that you're the only customer. Temporarily placing a mirror in the spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, trite. I tell you, monsieur, the mirror was there in the middle of the restaurant. Okay. And where would that be? Ooh la la, look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer. Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once. I attract the older ones too, you know, handsome. Shall I tease you too? I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. You're dating Gano? I bet she has a mocha cream skin and a cappuccino perfume. Bien, I would tell you, there was only one seat from which you could have seen. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim could have been reflected in the mirror like so. If you were sitting at that table next to him, you would have seen everything, no? So what's the seat old City was sitting in on that day when the poisoning happened? The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kind of odd? Where was... Shoot. so the victim was there, but I could have swore that in the testimony said by Kudo, he was on the one below. That does seem odd, but I don't think I have evidence to prove that he was there exactly. What convict's examination is this? Okay, well I don't know what, this is the second one? The second one in this one? Okay. So I got an idea. That seems kind of odd. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror away, so it's not in the way. Did you move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police? Oui, exactamente. I carried it out to the restaurant then. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself? What can I say? I know how to pick things up, Anson. God, I actually laughed at something. Well, given the witness's physique, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else from the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? It looks like the oblong type, no? Did not touch anything else. I don't believe that for a second. Are you sure about that? I touched nothing except the mirror. Mr. Wright, is there something the witness has said that doesn't match the crime scene? Yeah, there is. I just can't put my finger on what exactly it was. Okay, so there was two things, actually, now that I think about it. There was there was two things that he touched, didn't he? One of them was a winning ticket, and the other one was allegedly, we are alleging here, that the other one was the small bottle that was found in the kitchen. My mind went to the bottle, but I'm also remembering now that he also did try to snag a lottery ticket. So I think one or both of those is probably the correct answer. Huh. Suffering from a case of heartburn, right? Ooh, I have just the thing for that. An oil with golden mirror and Frankensteins? Add a few drops to your coffee and voila, enjoy. Focus, Phoenix, breathe. Need to ignore those two and find some evidence. It's pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. You'd think someone would have, but Maggie didn't, and neither did old CD. And the only logical explanation is that there was no mirror inside Trespian that day, and I've just got to prove it somehow. The mirror was in the middle of the restaurant dividing the 2 hours. Let's see what you could have seen the victim. I did not touch anything else. I want to put up this one. Okay, hold on. I'm going to put up a save here. Because I feel like things are bound to go wrong. What the fuck? Who just dropped all those balls on me? Oh god, it was you. Oh fuck, I pressed the wrong button. And look at all the balls just floating across the screen. I pressed everything, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I missed anything this time, so I'm gonna make an assumption here. Ooh, okay, not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, nope, it wasn't that one. Okay, so I might be double wrong here. He didn't touch anything else, but we know that he touched... Okay, so that one might have been a bit of a stretch. Maybe not this one, then. Okay, oops, fuck, I tried to go back. I didn't mean to go forward. So, we can't confirm that one yet. We don't know whose fingerprints are on it, but it was found in the kitchen, so I think it's a safe assumption, but not a 100% one. We've seen that was the table the victim was sitting at. The table into the card, I moved the... Victim would have reflected in the mirror like this, so if you were sitting at the table like him, you'd have seen everything on the seat he was sitting. So that's the seat. When the poisoning happened, the old man was sitting next to the victim. That seemed kind of odd. See, this was another thing I was thinking about, because this seemed wrong. I'm pretty sure he was on the bottom one. You're like, but I don't know how to prove that. I don't know if there was a... Let's see. Trespian at the time of the incident called the police by payphone. Okay, so there isn't something that immediately proves it, I'm pretty sure, just yet. This occurred, I broke my vase at the seat. I'm sorry. Vase at my seat. Would it be in Victor's testimony? I think it might have been. Because I'm pretty sure Victor was sitting on the bottom one, like just straight across. I don't think he was sitting up there, right? Or am I mistaken? Am I remembering this wrong, chat? And I guess Crust specifically? He's not where they're saying he was on the left. He was on the bottom, wasn't he? Or am I misremembering? I'm pretty sure he was on the bottom when he made the claim that he broke his vase when he looked over. But then again, it also makes it weird that he didn't see the guy, so that's where I'm not sure. And so the thing that I was hovering on the most was was his statement about having not touched anything, because we know that he snagged a lottery ticket, and then we also know, or I'm making the assumption that he also snagged the medicine for whatever reason. Matches used for advertising. I want to say Victor's testimony. We think he was at the bottom. The court doesn't know. Is that in the testimony from yesterday? Did he not say that in the testimony? I guess. Fuck. Okay. Victim got this. I could have swore the vase on the bottom one was where he said that he broke it. Well, that seemed kind of odd. So the victim is the old man was sitting. So he's saying we haven't confirmed, but he's saying that he was over there. You could have seen the victim. Shit. I was so confident that it was him saying that he didn't touch anything, because we know that he did. So that's maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just not relevant enough for the current thing. Moves the mirror that is not in the way. Move the mirror while Mr. Kudo was off calling the police. We carried it out of the restaurant then. Move the huge mirror like that by yourself? Well, I suppose it's possible. Did you move anything else? See, this part, I'm pretty sure he did move something else. Is that in his thingy? Large depth convictions of theft. I moved the mirror. Victims, that was where the old man was sitting. Is the only one seat in which you will see the victim is the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. Dividing the two halves. So if it was right in the middle, dividing the two halves. And he's saying that Kudo was on the top left, and through his seat on the far top left, like through a bounced reflection, he saw everything going on Glen Elk's side, which means that he still would have missed if somebody was there. Maybe Kudo couldn't have seen something if the mirror was there. What wouldn't he have seen? If the victim was there, what wouldn't he have seen? Maybe it has something to do with Glenn or probably Maggie. I would imagine those are the only other two people. Since it was... Or our alleged waitress, who may or may not be Maggie. We don't know yet. In the middle of the restaurant, divided into two halves. When the incident occurred, I broke my vase at my seat. I'm sorry. Photo of the scene. Can't say for certain, but they say that the mirror was moved out. I'm gonna go with the assumption that this was taken after all that was said and done. Coffee cyanide covered the victim and Maggie's fingerprints. The mirror was in the middle of the restaurant, divided into two halves. So run this by me again. The mirror was here, correct? Alright, let's try. The victim is there. Kudo's allegedly on the other side. Really? Because, no, it seems like it'd get in the way. Like you. Where would that be? Be waiting a long time. The seat. So why can you only see the victim from that particular seat? Nice, monsieur. The victim would have been reflected into a mirror like this. So let me see. His left side would have been showing. his left side would have been showing. So he would have seen his left hand, his left ear, but still, their claim, are they, fuck, I don't know if the left or right claims matter anymore. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like this, so if you were sitting at the table next to him, you would have seen everything, non? Everything. What is everything? Everything would have been... Would he have seen Maggie? Probably. Would have seen her walk by through that area and give her thing. Something he wouldn't have seen, though, is the question. If the mirror was there, what wouldn't he have seen? The other side? What would have been on the other side? The table next to him, you would have seen everything known. So that's the seat old Stevie was sitting in on that day when the poisoning happened. The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kind of odd? Perhaps we have a view of the scene? Is it... No, not this one. View of the scene. Is there something that he would have missed here? Vase? Oh, the vase! He broke the vase! The vase there is in okay, hold on, wait. The vase isn't broken. Move the mirror. Right? I feel like... Aha, okay, I thought the music was still going. I thought I was nuts. Yeah, no, the vase is still there. This piece of evidence contradicts the testimony we have heard, Your Honor. The crime photo? Yes, this photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? Sounds like you're describing yourself, right? What the hell, Gato? That's so mean! I don't think I would have... Well, actually, wait, did Phoenix ever say something like, oh, I wish this guy didn't exist or something like that? Maybe that's not as harsh as I thought, but damn, it feels so harsh to hear that in court. Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. The vase. What is something that should not exist in this photo? The vase. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The vase? What possible connections does this have to do with the witness's testimony? Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it was very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. I broke my vase on my seat. I'm sorry. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke that vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on this table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all. Ooh. Phoenix's biggest hater? And I thought Phoenix had plenty in Edgeworth and then Von Karma. Both of them. Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Trespian that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Mon Dieu! Uh-oh. Here we go. Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Unfortunately, Mr. Gatto, that does not quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong clearly already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything anything else except the mirror. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear that which he already couldn't hear? Huh. You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back. If you want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, Trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw? If I can answer this, then I'll be much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Fuck. Okay, I've only got one shot at this, probably. Are you going to be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick? There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table, and there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. So then, are we going to go with the assumption that he sat at the bottom table? Because I was confused before because I thought he sat on the bottom table, in which case he couldn't have missed if somebody was there. But if we're going with the assumption that there is no mirror and he could not see the other person, that means that the only place he could have sat at was on the bottom left, not top left. So if there is no mirror, how did he see all this stuff? I'm gonna guess, is what the question is. Otherwise, I've just thought about a completely irrelevant and different topic. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason. Why nothing in this case is adding up.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all this contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. Mr. Kudo the ear doctor made a mistake. The victim was a phony. The ear doctor made a mistake? How would that have even come up? Okay, hold on. It says that he got it. Left eardrum was ruptured. If his left eardrum was ruptured, why did he have an earpiece in his left ear? I don't think the doctor made a mistake. The victim got this from the doctor before going to Tres Bien. The bag is empty. I'm assuming this was the bag that held the medicine? Yeah, they said the bag was empty that had the medicine in it. This is the medicine. Found covered in unidentified fingerprints in the kitchen. Did Mr. Kudo make a mistake? If he did, then doesn't that just put us back at square one? The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. The victim was a phony. I don't think that Glenn L. Hey, hold it. I'm trying to put all the pieces together, and I'm trying not to... Actually, I'm not really trying to overthink it. I think I'm very clearly overthinking it. The ear doctor made a mistake. I don't think that's the case. I don't think the victim was a phony. I think Mr. Kudo probably made a mistake. It just sounds weird because this whole time we were just saying, or we've been kind of just downplaying that Kudo's been making mistakes left and right. And so I feel like if I say it again, it isn't really going to do anything. Or at least I don't imagine it would do that much. And we know that Glenn did... There's a note saying meet with the tiger. He got into a fight, and it says his left eardrum was ruptured. December 3rd, he met... winning lottery ticket. What would it be? What would it be? Probably not... Glenn Elg doesn't seem like the type to be a phony. Warren's H&I left eardrum was ruptured. Stop overthinking it? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna just point out the obvious again. Clearly, Mr. Kudo made a mistake. Mr. Trite, you're the one who brought up all these contradictions. And? If you're trying to tell us the old man just made a mistake, we can wrap up this case right now with a guilty verdict.
How about it, Mr. Wright? Should I just declare your client guilty?
Is that the best you can come up with, Nick? Okay, I was wrong. Okay, so yeah, that did just put us back. That didn't do anything. So then, the only other thing I can think of was that, a phony? Owie! Oh, that nature guy on YouTube, thank you. Thank you for the follow. I don't appreciate the abuse, but I made that myself, so I guess that's on me. But thank you for the follow. Hello, welcome in. Don't mind my past stupidity and current soon-to-be. Okay. It couldn't have been the ear doctor. That just seems silly. So the victim was a phony. It had to be. In the cases, this case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there's one very simple answer that clears them all up. I hope this is right. Otherwise, I'm going to look like an idiot again in front of that nature guy. Please be right this time, me and Phoenix.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced. Oh, wait. Hold on. Either I'm overthinking again, or I'm just I might have figured it out. So,
I will stay silent during this case because I'm on case 5 of this game. I'm just being confused on the first testimony. I think my brain is fried.
Oh, you're telling me, dude. Don't worry about it. If it wasn't for my handy dandy mod Crust who knows pretty much everything about these games, aside from the first game where he screwed me over once, I'd probably be pretty fried in this myself. There's a couple times where I showcase genius, and a lot of times where I kind of just throw my brain out of my ears. So yeah, completely two different events. So what happened to Glen Elg, which is what we've been trying to prove this whole time, was a completely different thing than what Kudo saw. That makes sense. What? What? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't... Okay, no, my brain completely got thrown out the window. What? I thought the victim was the person... Wasn't Mr. Glen Elg at all. It was in it... Huh? It was an imposter? How much of my title for today's playthrough correct? I used the word phony. I said imposter syndrome. I didn't realize they were for the other person as well. Do ask if I need help though? I will. I throw whenever I'm losing it, I will go ahead and ask the question. Brain got thrown out the window. Defense, yes. We've gone out the window. We've gone. I lost it. I'm losing my marbles. A phony pretending to be Mr. Glen Elg. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. So that's how he ended up wearing his earpiece in his left ear by mistake. Wow, what? Spit take? Are we getting a spit take? Aha!
Order in the court. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did...
Michael here? Are you sure your submarine is safe? Because I am about to break in.
Chat out of the submarine. We are not visiting... We are not... the field trip to the Titanic has been canceled. We have just been threatened by Vsauce Michael. No, trip to the Titanic has been canceled. Abort mission. Maybe that's what happened to those people the first time. Maybe they met an undersea Michael Vsauce.
What did you say? Trey, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yes. Someone pretending to be Glen Elg and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Objection!
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. That's a serving girl, right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well.
It's so hard to believe, but...
Vsauce sunk the Titanic, not the iceberg? In fact, Vsauce was the iceberg. Vsauce, Michael here. I'm about to sink the world's largest ship. This is the world's largest floating ship. Or is it? Insert the Titanic sinking. There was one thing and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Are you insinuating that the waitress's old man story was a fake as well? It's true that there was no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but it's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. That's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Oh la la, this is most difficult for me. Uh-oh. No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tres Bien that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The defense request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day. Oui. Okay. I think after this one, we should break into the truth. Hopefully. Finally, Phoenix Wright is not bluffing for once, actually being smart. Yep. Le victim, Monsieur L, came into the restaurant alone. I remember the old man arrived not long after him. There were no other customers. When he got word he won the lottery, Mon L became very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. Knowing there was no time for a phony to do the acting. Okay, so now what am I trying to disprove here? Just so we're clear, there was no mirror in the restaurant after all. Je vous demande pardon. Forgive me, Your Honor. I lied because I wanted this mess to be cleared up quickly. What you have just done is commit perjury, Mr. Armstrong. I will decide how to punish you later. Oui. For now, we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Wright, if you please. He took that perjury charge a little bit too well. I'm guessing he'll be in more serious trouble after this cross-examination. Reach out. Oh, hold on. I face up, I hold out, I reach out to the truth, don't know how. I forgot how the rest of it goes. That is a great song. Thank you for bringing up the Persona 4 reference. I'm loving it. La victime, Monsieur L, came to my front alone. Phoenix Wright's anime opening 1 is the best opening sequence in all of any video game. I am so glad that you mentioned that. I've been watching the anime for a little while now. We recently got to the 2nd season with Francisca. And so I have finished the 1st season, and I've been thoroughly enjoying my time watching the anime. I've been trying to, after having played the game for as good of a while as I have now, the anime I think is pretty good. I like the anime sub-story plots and the other things that go on with it. Oh wait, Francisca's still season 1, right? I forgot about that because there's more to it. Yeah, no, season 1's pretty long. I forgot about that. I kind of just attributed season 1 to game 1 and season 2 to game 2. But yeah, you're right. Season 1 and game 2 are all in the same, yeah. Yeah. Northward Turnabout Express. I am unfamiliar with that one. At the very least, I don't think I recognize that one. I don't remember having heard about that one. But I'm playing through... Oh, season 2. Okay, no. I'm not in season 2. I'm with Francisco, which is still in season 1. But I'll have to keep that one in mind then, once I get around to that one. Alright. Was he alone at this table as well? Mais, oui, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there was another man in the victim's table. Unfortunately for you, trite. Yesterday's witness also testified that the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me of a certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Hearing Maya say that makes me seem like all wise all of a sudden. The old man arrived not long after him. By old man, you mean Victor Kudo, correct? Oui, it comes often from my special coffee. I drank your coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, monsieur. You are the most welcome anytime. I said it was worth one sip, nothing more. So Mr. Kudo, who arrived at the restaurant around the same time as the victim. Maybe I should ask about his arrival in more detail. Oh, how many minutes after? What time was it? Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? Oh no, I cannot remember, monsieur. I believe we were told by the witness yesterday. Crime was reported at 2:25 by a kind of scary old man, sir. Does that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident happened around 20 minutes after we arrived. So the victim must have arrived between 2 o'clock p.m. and 2:10, no? Just after 2, huh? Is there anything in here that shows some sort of relevancy to... Okay, so we have some time. We have a time frame given. That might be very important. I'll be sure to put that one to memory. Okay, so... Yes, okay. So, two things that showcase time is autopsy report, which says that within a time frame of an hour, he died. But the thing that was most interesting is this. Just after 2, huh? Thank you for your help. I'm joking. It's jogging my memory, Monsieur. You are wonderful.
Ha ha ha. I can't sit here all the time and do nothing now, can't I? The time of day will be added to the witness's testimony.
Oui, Monsieur Judge. Everything I do it for you.
Merci bien. That's French, isn't it? Ha ha ha.
I'm glad at least one person's in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. Okay. Keep pressing. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think really hard, I am sure it was just after 2. Oui. It is the time I stopped serving the lunch menu.
Quite right. I always break for lunch when the restaurants are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up in a case early just to make it on time.
Hey. Ha ha ha. So you can never really get between Hungry Judge and his lunch.
Ooh, would you look at that? It's almost lunchtime already.
Witness, get on with your testimony, please. I want to get back to this one, just so I can go ahead and see if I can ask questions for the other thing.
Objection!
Wait. I got it wrong. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, so that was the correct one. The minutes didn't matter, the time did. Okay. There were no other customers? So you only had the customers with Mr. Kudo and the victim.
How many times do you need to ask the same question, Tribe? You never catch me drinking the same blend twice.
Huh?
You're trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant.
But you're wasting your time.
You can't grind birdseed to make coffee, catch my drift.
What the fuck does that mean? Birdseed? Oh, bird seeds. Okay, I got it backwards. I was like, what the fuck is a bird seed? Like a bird laid seeds or something. No, I got it twisted. There's a hole in the testimony somewhere, I'm sure of it. When you got word... Oh. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. I remember I'm shouting, yes, $500,000. Presumably the defendant heard that too, then, correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dog. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some birdseeds that got stuck in his throat.
It seems that we now have yet another incident on our hands.
5 minutes of poisoning. And what were you doing at that point? Without any customers, you must have had time to kill. I am a multi-talented woman, monsieur. Sorry, what do you mean? There is the renowned chef John Armstrong and the tragic poet Clarice Armstrong.
Clarice?
Oui, I was writing a poem, an angry tale of a chef in $500,000 of debt, cooking for a man who won $500,000 in the lottery. It is called Pourquoi. It means why. Perhaps I can recite it for la court? Please don't. You mean you contacted the police as soon as the incident occurred? I asked the old man to call from the payphone.
By your own argument, right?
The purpose of this phony victim's performance was to get the old man would see it. In other words, once the incident occurred, this opportunity would completely disappear.
Indeed.
Bien, it seems the shadow of a doubt has been lifted next. N'est-ce pas? I guess Mr. Armstrong is connected to this case, huh? Absolutely. Someone was impersonating Mr. Elk and I refused to believe he was oblivious. He was there the whole time, after all. If you're right, wouldn't Maggie have noticed too? She fell unconscious when the incident occurred, remember? Ah, you mean that's when the phony staged his act.
I'll know for sure once I find a hole in his testimony.
So... Old man arrived not long after him, just after 2 p.m. So I have a sneaking suspicion. Yep, this was it. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. What? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio in his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week, they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Oui, that must be the show Mon Elk was listening to.
I can't see any problem with this testimony, Mr. Wright.
I wonder. You say the victim arrived at your restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Oui, I'm sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, right? I have you one, or if you have one. What show is broadcasted live at 1:30 p.m.? It claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life.
It's on the air at 1:30?
Now, supposedly, the victim made some noise when it was announced that he had won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. None! This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio with a ruptured eardrum, catching a show that is already over. There's only one conclusion you can draw from these facts. The victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yes, there were 2 Glen Elgs in Tres Bien that day. The real Glen Elg now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer. And the phony Glen Elg acting out the events for Mr. Kudo to witness.
It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy?
Ooh, here we go. Quite a performance, Try. You almost had a roll, or you were almost on a roll. But sadly, you lack the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this, Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your imaginative theory, it's now just after 2 p.m. The phony Elg was performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain then where the real Glen Elg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court. However, at the time, the real Glen Elg was already dead.
That's certainly the obvious conclusion.
Oh? Still going. Thank you, Trey. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. What? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Can you explain where the missing corpse went to? The missing corpse? According to the old man's testimony, there was only one other customer there. If that customer was the phony Glen Elg, then where did the killer hide the body of the real victim? I remember perfectly. Bigger lies were never told.
The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Wright. If your theory is to stand up to the examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's questions.
Okay. Let's see.
Where did the killer hide the body?
Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Try. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? Okay. Evidence. Body, evidence, body. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to keep a remembrance of this. There's a lot of time discrepancy for this one. Evidence. December 3rd, that day, the incident, there was a note saying meet the tiger. Evidence. Oh, shoot. I don't know if I have evidence to show where he might have been. He's a building? That's right. He was the building of Tres Bien. That was the real Glen Elg. What's with the intense pressure here all of a sudden? I thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turned it all around and backed me into a corner instead.
Well, Mr. Wright, the court will now hear the defense's theory and evidence. First, where was the body of the real Mr. Glen Elg? Where was the body of the real Mr. Glen Elg conceived?
The real body, it couldn't have been in Tres Bien. I can't imagine, unless it was already in the kitchen. Because there's no way it would have been in the layout, I would imagine. The kitchen, it could have been in the kitchen. If Mr. Armstrong really is on this, or in on this, then he could have. But save? Yeah, I'm putting a save right here.
If he was outside, though, outside where? I feel like there's so many more options. So I guess we could say it was inside and then in the kitchen. If we're going to also play under the assumption that Mr. Armstrong is also a part of this. Let me get the shades off my eyes. I need to think properly. Oh no, sir. Sir, there's a plane on cruise control heading towards Bob the Building. Sir, shall we move Bob the Building out of the way? Yes. Move the building. Make like Fortnite. Deconstruct and then reconstruct from all the fallen materials. I'll say inside. Somewhere in the... Fuck, I'm trying to remember the layout of the kitchen. It's big enough to potentially hide a body. The thing is, how would you get it past Maggie and some of these other people? But I feel like outside leads to... fuck. Okay, so here's the contradictions in my head, chat. Hear me out. I feel like it could be done inside. It could be hidden inside of the, it could be inside the kitchen somewhere. Hidden, wherein, because that would be easier to move and a little bit more inconspicuous once everyone's out of the building and then, like, moved, right? So Maggie's unconscious and then old guy's out, and so Armstrong and then the phony Phoenix, Don Tigre, could go ahead and fix the crime scene however they want, since we're also under the assumption that he was there. If I did outside, I can't imagine he'd be anywhere besides with Don Tigre, but then how would he get... I'm going to say inside. It would have been too dangerous to take the body outside. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Trespian.
Interesting. But where could a body have been hidden inside a restaurant? In the kitchen? Perhaps you would care to show the court on these plans, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
What exact location where the body had been concealed in Trespian? The kitchen?
Body was hidden here.
I see.
The real question is, can you back it up? Where's the evidence that proves the body was hidden in that location? They don't even specify that it was the kitchen. Oh, fuck. I could be right, but I don't know what the evidence piece is. Shoot. Vase seed, I'm sorry. Wait. Okay, there's only one thing I have a hunch on, and that was the air medicine that did belong to the victim inside the kitchen. It was in the kitchen. Right? Am I right? Did I get it? Did I brain blast? Bob the Building is now moved to Africa. What? Why did Bob get moved to Africa? Let me speak to Armstrong. I'm fluent in fake French. Oh, okay. I'll bring him up. He's bound to speak again. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle?
No. I have never seen such ugly bottle before in my life. I only use the very beautiful, the best bottles, monsieur.
Zeiss. The highest quality only for me.
Where was that bottle found, Mr. Wright?
Interestingly enough, Your Honor, it was found in the kitchen of Trespian.
Quoi? But I only ever use the bottle for my aromatherapy oils.
But this bottle doesn't contain aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. No, it contains a medication.
What kind of medication?
I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? Mr. Elg visited that otolaryngological clinic and was given medication that day.
You can't be serious.
The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed, and I have the lab results here. The contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. Elg. Mr. Elg's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time this bottle fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong, when the incident occurred, didn't you say you were in the kitchen?
Mon Dieu!
Yes, you know what I'm about to say. It was you who hid the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Maggie Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back.
No. Order. This is an extraordinary development. Witness, did you murder Mr. Glenn Elg?
Never. I could do no such thing, no such an horrible thing. What? No! He's chugging it down. Holy shit. The infinite coffee bottle. Or infinite coffee mug.
Mr. Gatto? Bitterness. Every time I get lied to, I always down a mug of coffee. That's one of my rules.
Do you have the slightest idea how many cups you've had by now?
And then I like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I like to take them down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. How about a brand new flavor in my ear, in your ear? My H deficient, or my H deficient, yeah, my H deficient friend.
Je vous demande pardon. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor.
Oh, Spanish? What the? I don't think that's French. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish.
Holy shit, the judge called him out. Just watched a funny video. It's about Sans. Sans Undertale? What did Sans Undertale get up to? Don't tell me he got arrested too and Phoenix Wright had to defend him. Oh, so is Mr. Armstrong a got fake accents for days?
I'm only going to ask you once. Did you do it?
None, absolutely none.
Let's hear it. You've got one shot, right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie under oath again, Mr. Gatto's coffee mug awaits you. As does my gavel.
Oui, it is clear. What do they always say in these movies? I got a bad feeling about this.
Very well. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong.
Damn it. I thought we had him. I thought we would have had the imposter sent in by now.
Don't be racist, I'm a skeleton.
What? Who's racist to Sans? It is true. I hid the body in the kitchen. A man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because there was a reason I could not refuse. But I did not kill him, I swear it. You must believe me.
You were forced? By who?
I cannot say, or I will be erased. Let's try a different question, then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was... Aha! Got him! There was another man. Ate pasta earlier? Ooh, we've got spaghetti at my house today. Thinking about getting some after stream. I will haunt your dreams? Nani? What's going on here? What's going on with Sans? Who's racist and who's haunting? I knew it. Maggie was telling the truth.
You may cross-examine the witness now, Mr. Wright.
There's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy. Get him to tell us the name of the real killer. Oh, fuck. Alright, chat. We're on the home stretch of the first bit. Let's get as much info as we can. Did you carry the body by yourself? Oui, I carried him. And I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave her there.
Why did you hide the bodies?
What man? Who was he? No, I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. We'll just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Yeah, you're right. He won't tell me, I'll tell him.
Why would you go along with this man?
And what reason would that be, Mr. Armstrong? You know, monsieur. Yes? Surely you cannot expect a young maiden to talk about such an embarrassment. A maiden? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too male. Can't finish the cross-examination without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Okay, so what was it? Say there was a reason I could not refuse it because he's broke. So, you're claiming that all you did was hide the bodies, is that correct? Oui, that's right.
If we're to believe you, Mr. Armstrong, you must tell the court everything. You must make clear the identity of the man who ordered you to do this.
He's already confessed to this. He might as well stop dancing around the real issue. Yeah, but he really doesn't want to tell us who the killer is. And sock it to him, Nick. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, so one, I had to go along with him because there was a reason I could not refuse.
I think we know what that reason is. I know they're not going to show it, but I'm going to put a save right here just in case because I think I've made far too many mistakes for the first half of what this trial is supposed to be. And then forced me to do it. I had no choice. Where's his debt? Where is his debt? Diet of potassium? No, that's not it. $500,000. The owner? There we go. Tender lender. That's exactly what I was like. You have $500,000 debt, don't you?
$500,000? Is this true, Mr. Armstrong?
Oui, je sais posséder. I was weak, and I borrowed the money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man! Aw, damn. I was hoping I could... Okay, hold on. So, silly thought here, chat. I was hoping that Phoenix would be here, and so I could I could accuse myself since me and the Don Tigre look the same, and I was wondering if there would be funny dialogue for it. Not the case. Not the case. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you were forced to do anything this man told you.
Oui, it is as you say.
Mr. Armstrong. Revelation has been found.
Le tigre or le tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to demand that he repay his loan. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body of the inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I had seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Furio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. The poison and the lottery ticket that were found in the defendant's apron pocket, was that your doing as well?
No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who had done it. I was not. It is despicable.
Mr. Gatto, you will summon this Furio Tigre as a witness. I doubt that he can be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Holy shit, we're going for a third day? Oh my god. Am I gonna get any more information, or are they just gonna send us straight to court?
30 minutes. What? The trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get that guy on the stand. Not a minute more.
Oh. Gatto's playing the badass card. How the...
Don't sit back and relax yet, Trite. No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial could still go either way. Very well. Your request is granted, Mr. Gatto. We will resume once Mr. Tigre is ready to take the stand. Until then, court is adjourned for a 30-minute recess.
Holy shit. To be continued. Wow. Unfortunately, I'm still kind of bummed out of luck because I took a little bit of a beating for getting things wrong as early as I did. But hey, looks like we're going to keep it going, and Furio Tigre is going to take the stand. And maybe Violetta as well. I don't know. So we're finally going to see the tiger on the stand. We've almost got this case won now, Nick. I wish I could agree. Huh? Well, I cross-examined Mr. Armstrong just now. He said he was just doing what the tiger told him to do. Gatto picked up on it, remember? He pointed out that without proof, we don't know if what he testified is the truth. You mean, you think Mr. Armstrong was lying? I don't know. But if that's the line the prosecution takes, we could be in trouble. I get the feeling that we don't have the case-making evidence we're going to need. Hey, pal. It's Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe. What are you so jumpy about, Detective? Your hair's standing on end. Hey, that's the pot calling the kettle black, little Miss Topknot. It's not a top knot. Never mind about the hair. Just calm down, all right? I can't stand still when I don't have the job. When I don't have the job to do, I kind of get wound up. Ah, no kidding. You gotta have something you need me to do, pal. Anything. Well, hey, I'm gonna take a jog back down to the precinct. I could get some prints analyzed for you if you've got an hour. An hour? The trial will have reconvened by then. But Nick, we still don't have any decisive pieces of evidence, right? True. Not some kind of trump card to pull out of the bag when we're really stuck. You said you could get some fingerprint analysis done in an hour? You bet. In that case, do you mind checking the prints on this for me? I'm assuming we're gonna need the bottles prints, not just for advertising. It's the only thing I can imagine. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure. Can you give me the fingerprint? Okay, chat. How important is this? If I give him the wrong thing, is he gonna get mad? Can I get some funny dialogue out of this? Or is it like, get it right the first time or you're fucked? Where's Very Big Circus when you need him? Honestly, dude. I could use, Regina and the rest of the crew to, No clue? Alright, well, I guess we'll find out. I saved before this, so... What are you doing, Nick? Detective Gumshoe's going... Oh, okay. Okay, so... it forces you to do the right thing. I wanted to see if I could get Gumshoe's fingerprints for the weenies. Okay, I got it. That's the small bottle I gave you in the morning, right? The victim's ear medication that we found in the kitchen. Look, it even says covered in identified fingerprints right in the court record. You're right, actually. That's been gnawing at me too. So you look into it for us? Awesome. What about the thing I asked you to run a check on? Oh, that? Sure. I'll see what I can do if I got any spare time. Spare time? I feel so unimportant right now. Small bottle given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, I'll get this off to the lab right now. Just make sure you don't lose the case before I get back. This is pretty much the final showdown, I guess. Oh, no, that's the final countdown, not showdown. It's time to separate the phonies from the real guys. Dude, I put that in my title. Imposter syndrome, that phony. Oh my god, I'm so glad that I was so right on the nose about all this stuff. Alright, damn, he really did bring him out.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Gatto, did you find this Furio Tigre?
I even tamed him for you. It was a 3-cup job, no problem. Tamed him? This guy's name may be Furio Tigre, but come on. He's pretty lively. Be careful, he still bites.
Very well, please show Mr. Tigre to the stand.
I gotta remember how his voice... Jesus, I gotta remember how his voice went.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Ah! Don't hide under the table, Maya. Unless there's room for me down there, too.
What'd you say to me? Nothing. I didn't say nothing, honest.
Who would have guessed that fear would induce a... Wait, I would have guessed that fear would induce a bad Brooklyn accent in the judge.
I got business to take care of, you hear me? Who the hell called me into this hole? Was it you, Spiky?
No, of course not. It was the judge. Your Honor?
Oh dear, I seem to have dropped my pen. Where on earth is it? Don't mind me, just carry on with the proceedings as normal.
That's it. We're doomed.
Maybe you didn't hear me. I said, who the hell was it that called me in here?
There's no need to shout. We can all hear you.
What do you say?
There's no point struggling. You're caught in a snare. The relentless snare of the law.
There he goes with this sexy man.
And I'm the one that hauled you in.
Grr.
Too cool.
Don't let him get the better of you, Nick.
Let's start with the basics. You know about the incident in question, correct?
Incident? I don't know nothing about no stinking incident, mass boy.
You mean you didn't attend the previous trial of Maggie Bird?
Maggie who? I've got more important things to do than watch courtroom dramas.
Of course. Well, perhaps you could give us your testimony then. But please tell us about what you did on the day of the murder.
Phoenix right. You's the one that set this up, didn't you? You's gonna regret the day you ruffled the tiger's fur. You hear what I'm saying?
Gulp. Maybe I should have brought a diaper with me today, too. No, Phoenix, don't poop yourself. Get a grip, Nick. There it goes. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up with business in December last year. Spent all of my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlinder every single day. Who's want to check my alibi? Just ask Violetta.
Ah, at last I found my pen. Very well then, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Rah! What is it? Please, witness, if you could refrain from shouting out like that.
I know the kind of games that guy in blue plays. That lowlife ain't no lawyer. He just punches away at stupid details till he wins.
Lowlife?
Me? Listen up, Smarty. Every time you ask me something that doesn't relate to this case, I'm gonna bill you $50,000, and you's gonna borrow the cash from me. That's one loan contract I refuse to sign. And don't think I ain't gonna hurt you when you tangle with the tiger. Huh. I love a good spectator sport.
Just a minute. That's really not.
This witness is... how can I put it? A hungry tiger roaming the urban jungle. Get on his bad side and he'll bite everyone's head off. Yours too.
Very well. I have no choice but to impose a penalty system.
You's better be listening. I said I got business to take care of. Big business. If I don't split now, I ain't gonna catch my bus.
The court will impose a penalty for any irrelevant pressing of the witness's testimony. What the fuck? Keep that in mind as you begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Holy shit, I gotta get everything right first go? Yes, Your Honor. You can do it, Nick. Come out from under there already, would you, Maya? Well, I'm assuming, let me see. He said a lot of blabbering. He just said ask Violetta, so I guess that's the one that caught my attention. I don't know nothing about no murder. I was tied up in business December last year, spent all my time in my office. I got whales lined up to borrow cash from Tenderlinder every single day. You just want to check my alibi, just ask Violetta. Fuck, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm gonna get something wrong. I feel like this is the one that we should press, and we just be like, who's Violetta? And then we just go ahead and either bring her to the stand or... shit. Because I don't think I have anything to immediately prove. Day of the incident, there's a note saying meet with the tiger. See, because that could be relevant, but let me find out first and foremost. How bad is this? I feel like this is important. If I'm wrong, then I'll know how bad these penalties are. By Violetta, you're talking about the Cadaverini families?
Yeah. You don't want to cross them, or you're just gonna wind up sleeping with the fishes. Once the Godfather finds out you've been dragging Violetta through the mud, he'll do you in.
Sorry, I couldn't quite put it all together towards the end there. He said that just like Viola, didn't he? I get the feeling this might be not... I'm scared. Mr. Tigre,
Who's do you want? What do you want?
if you wouldn't mind a little bit more deep... okay. Nope. No, okay, so I see how it plays now. I can at least press... I can press the first one, but if I want to get more details, then I can... Okay. So, at least I think that's... I don't buy that you don't think heard the incident that occurred at Tres Bien. He's got a big mouth, right? Who's trying to say I was in some mop hit? Is that what you're trying to say?
Where's your proof then?
Evidence? Yes. Well,
For an attorney to make an accusation in court, you must have evidence. That's from loan shark to lawyers, a beginner's guide, yeah?
Ah, I see. You're the studious type, Mr. Tigre. Very good.
Huh. Why don't you ask him to represent you sometime, Trey? What should I do? Leave it! I don't think that's a good one to try and press. It's too dangerous to press things without knowing where they might end up. Okay, so for the first part...
Would you mind repeating the testimony from the beginning, please?
That time ain't free, you hear? You better remember that. If I miss that bus, someone's gonna pay.
I'm gonna try to press first of every bit. I don't buy the... Well, oh, wait, shit, did it get me back into the beginning? Fuck! Nope, 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 nope. Don't wanna. Don't bother, don't. Okay, so I was tied up in business in December. This is the one that I'm curious about. Are you sure about that? We're talking about 1 month ago, you know.
You see these teeth? That's how sharp my secretary is.
Sharp? Is he talking about Viola Cadaverini?
She writes everything in my scheduler. December, mainly in the office. That's what it says, and that's where I was.
It seems like a rather sketchy schedule.
Grrr. There he goes again. What did the tiger... The tiger did all December isn't the issue. What's important is what he was doing on the day of the murder, so now what? Okay, so I'll leave it for now, but I am suspicious about something, since he did meet with, Glenn Elg that day. Does this take me back to the beginning every time? I don't know nothing about the murder, I was tied up. Okay. So I take it that you got a lot of customers at your black market loan office? It's tough for the little guys these days. Small businesses aren't feeling the pinch. Bosses at companies like that want to get good with me. I'm their best friend.
I see. That's very admirable of you, witness.
Yeah, well, Tenderlender's motto is win through compromise, you know?
Win through compromise? What is that supposed to mean?
Compromise the customer to win. That's what it means. You's got it? With best friends like you, who needs enemies? Here, let me spell it out for yous all. Oh? We getting somewhere? You don't pay me back. Wait, you don't. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna take a sip. My voice is starting to feel it now. You don't pay me back within 3 days, Spiky. I take what's due, and you're a stupid heir. You just follow what I'm saying. But I'm not one of your customers. Can I ask him more about Tenderlender or not? Fuck, there's like a lot of good questions here, but I don't think I'll ask about that one yet. The one that I want, or the one that I'm curious about, is what he did in December. Since I thought Viola would be important, but that's not the case. The whales lined up to borrow from Tenderlander every single day. I spent all day my time in my office. Where was, let's see, December 3rd, the day of the incident. This is the one that I'm the most curious about. This is the one I'm the most interested in right now. Phoenix and Smash, Echo Fighter, Fury, or Tigre? I don't think so. I feel like it'd be an interesting concept, but I feel like Phoenix should have a Fury or Tigre like costume, or like inspired. Obviously not like the full red. Well, maybe he could have the red, or like I guess the sunburn skin or whatever he has going on for him. But like I feel like the orange suit and like that would be like another costume. It'd be interesting though. Very interesting concept. This is the one I'm interested in. Mr. What do you want? Really? Oh, okay, wait, Phoenix fires back? No, it's essential that we establish the witness's alibi accurately.
I agree.
The victim was killed on December 3rd. Were you in the office that day too? Maybe you ain't listening. Of course I was. I never set foot outside. I had meetings all day with a bunch of cats wanting to do business with me. I ain't never seen that young kid before. Oh, really?
I do believe the witness's last statement was important. Mr. Kato, if you could please.
Mr. Tigre, the court asks that you add that last statement to your testimony. Huh. Don't let an animal beat you. Be a man, Your Honor, and ask him yourself. I never saw that kid before. I'll press for it first, but I'm willing to put the evidence to it. You didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, really? I don't mess with the guppies when they're bigger fish to fry. What do you say, boss?
Who, me?
How's about I hit you with a fat $200,000? Well, I was thinking, what the fuck? Seriously considering this? Wow, the Tiger's a really good salesperson, huh? Yeah, and if I want to sell this case, I need to copy him. How about you hit him with a fat piece of evidence, boss? She was that easy. There, it is that easy, Phoenix. We got a piece of evidence right here, Mr. Tigre. You claim you didn't know Mr. Glenn Elg, but it appears that Mr. Glenn Elg knew you. What? Mr. Elg left this little note on his calendar. Meet with the Tiger. And the date? December 3rd.
December 3rd? That's the day of the murder.
So, Mr. Tigre, I submit that you did indeed know one Mr. Glenn Elg. Because on the very day of the incident, you met with him. You better not start screaming again. Oh my god. Not bad. You's actually not bad. Sorry? I was just messing with yous to see how good you were. Did you hear that, Nick? He said you're not bad. That's one compliment I can do without. Plus, he's lying through his teeth.
Witness, please please remember that you're under oath. Lies will not be tolerated.
You's calling me a liar? No. Is that what you're doing? Ruh-roh. Why the fuck did the judge hit the Scooby-Doo?
So you're saying that your claim to have never seen that kid before is the truth?
I said I'm dead serious. You better believe that's the truth.
Huh. Then I'd say that gives me time to enjoy another cup of pure black magic. That is, while you testify for the court again, Mr. Tigre.
Oh yes, would you mind indulging the court witness?
You never actually met the victim? That's gotta be a lie right there. It's time I nailed this guy.
Am I still under the initial problem of if I press too much, he's gonna get mad at me?
I ain't no liar. I never met with Glen L.
There was some lame guy with that name, though, who wanted to borrow cash from me. I set up a meeting with the guy in my office, tender lender. I waited around for him, but he ain't ever showed. I ain't never been to that Trace Bien joint. He's here. Used for advertising, okay. Okay. Okay, interesting.
I see. That all seems perfectly logical. You had arranged to meet the victim, but he didn't show up.
I've heard it's pretty hard to keep appointments when you're dead.
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Didn't I tell you I got big deal going down today? I ain't gonna make my bus now. I'm gonna have to take the express train. That bill's going straight to you, right? Gah. Alright. I'll start pressing from the top and see if he gets mad at me. I hope I don't lose any points. That's very strange. According to the manager of the firm where your victim worked, December 3rd was the date where he had to repay his loan. He wasn't due to discuss borrowing money, but repaying what he owed. Oh, yeah, maybe he was right. Whatever it was going down at the beginning of December. So you did mean Mr. Gold, then? Hey, right, you just might want to cool your jets a second. Okay, so he's not gonna... Okay, I can start from the beginning. And yet... get that horse calendar out of my face. I'm the tiger, not the lame horse, you porcupine. Tigers like me eat horses like that for breakfast.
Oh, no. Witnesses aren't permitted to eat evidence. Not that they ever would. Well, there was a case once where a young lad ate...
Anyway, if you had never met the victim before, how do you explain the note he left? The guy at Tender Lender. So your meeting wasn't supposed to be at Tres Bien then?
Why would I want to go to a dump like that?
If I wanted to talk with my clients, I got an office decked out for the job. I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there. Not exactly a professional office you got there, you know.
So you were in the office on the day in question?
He never showed. He didn't show up. Huh. What do you think, Trite? Let's see. How does a dead man get from a French restaurant to a loan shark's office?
And you yourself didn't go to Tres Bien?
What are you trying to pin on me here? Why don't you just calm down to my office? We can chat about this thing my way, yeah? I got the best punching bag you ever saw in there.
No need. I'm good, thanks.
Listen up, I ain't got nothing more to say except this.
The judge remembers, yep. Then no one's ever gonna let Phoenix live down what he did in his own case. Nap time? Alright, sweet dreams. Sweet, veggie dreams. Where are my emotes? Oh, I've got new emotes that I went ahead and found. If you guys want to go ahead and play with them. Here you go, Beans. You can have that one. There's another one. It's an animated emote. It's still being looked at by Twitch, though, so they're waiting to go ahead and approve it, I guess, or whatever the case may be. Oh, also, I got gifted another sub, so I'm feeling it today, you know? Alright, so where are we?
I never been to that Trace Bien joint, you hear?
Never? Not even once?
Not even once. I was in my office the day that went down. I didn't put no poison in no kid's coffee, capiche?
You think they really didn't meet Glen L? Not likely, because I'm convinced this guy's behind the whole thing. You mean that the whole testimony he just gave was a lie? Of course. Can't afford to give him time to think of ways to plug the leaks in. Gotta nail him while he still can. Okay, so the one that I waited around, I ain't never been to no Trace Bien joint, you hear? Here we go. We're making headway. Mr. Tigre, is there something you'd like to tell the court about these matches?
Matches? What are you talking about?
We found them in your office at Tender Lender. They're from that restaurant.
What?
If you've really never been to Tresbien before, what was a book of the restaurant's matches doing on your desk?
You've been snooping around in my stuff too now. Wise guy. What are you, my ball and chain? Ain't no broad controlling me.
Order. Well, witness, I think it's time you started telling us the truth, don't you? Sorry, I'm terribly sorry. Forgive me.
I ain't no pussycat. I don't go back on what I said. But okay, I was at the joint that day. What? But listen good, alright? I might have been there, but I still never met that kid.
Well. Looks like an order just came in for another testimony.
I'm this close to proving it was him. He did meet Glen Elg that day, and he did put poison in his coffee. He must have. Closer and closer. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. I figured if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and I was straight back to my office. All right, what time was that, perhaps?
I see. You didn't actually meet with them in the end then. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold it. If I wait around here any longer, it ain't even gonna make the normal express. No more stupid questions.
Huh. No problem. Fuck, he's doing this shit again. Anytime Tri presses you on something irrelevant, I'll see that he pays a penalty.
Mr. Gatto, that's my job.
Your job is to slam that little hammer of yours and call a guilty verdict. So do it.
Yes, sir.
Special Express ain't cheap, right? So just you knows, since you're paying.
Oh man, doesn't the rule of law mean anything around here? Almost there. I was supposed to meet with a kid at the restaurant that afternoon. I opened the door to join us. One ugly scene. The guy was laid out in coffee, stiff as concrete. I figured the place wasn't gonna be hot. It was gonna be, and so I split. Cop sirens on my way out, and I went straight back to my office. Ooh, okay, what the hell do I press him on? Okay, so I was supposed to meet the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. Went to the door, joint, saw one ugly scene. The guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Figured the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. Coffee siren I heard the cop siren on the way out, went straight back to my office. So these aren't out yet. $1 million, the owner of the loan is Tender Lender. I probably could have presented this for one of the last ones as well. Photo of the scene taken from near the kitchen. $1 million. I don't think I can present anything yet, but I gotta fucking figure out what the hell I can press. I'm gonna look through the evidence again real quick. Tiger. Potentially worth millions of dollars. Fuck, I don't know. You heard the... You went straight back? Did a bout of guilt suddenly hit you for what you did?
What are you trying to say?
You trying to tell me you've never been guilty of nothing? I'll have to swallow our dark secrets we hide, like this. Courtroom's not exactly the place to talk about dark secrets, is it?
Seems you've done it again, Mr. Wright.
Oh my god, you can't be serious. Okay, so I was wondering if that would be important to know what time he left. Went straight back to my office. Figured if the place was about to be hot, it was about to be, so I split. When I opened the door, I saw one ugly scene. Okay, when I opened the door, it was one ugly scene. So he showed up late, is what he's alleging. maybe we can get him to say what the scene looked like. Because we know this is, okay, well, supposed to, so this, I guess, is conjecture. We can't really press whether it was true or correct. This one is what I'm curious about. This is true. He was laid out. Well, maybe it could play into this one with what I'm thinking, that we need him to describe the scene. Because I don't know how, I feel like this is conjecture as well, or like it's not too relevant. And obviously that one isn't either, so I'll try from the second one and or the third one. An ugly scene? What do you mean? The witness has already told us, right? Which makes that question irrelevant. No, really? I limit myself to 70 cups of coffee during the trial, that's the rule. But I limit the number of times you take the penalty. Ah, fuck. Okay, no, so not that one. Okay. Guy laid up on the table, stiff as a concrete. Then you saw Glenn Elk's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. Let me see how relevant this is. Only saw him from behind, so we entered. Yeah, I guess he could have saw it, yeah. He was wearing some raggedy bit of cloth, he called it a hat. And what time was this? I don't know. Huh? You know what winds me up more than anything else in the world? Watches, round watches. I ain't gonna pollute my paws with some ticket henpecker.
Out of interest, Mr. Tigre, what winds you up the second most?
Huh? What do you think? Square watches. Is this guy for real? Look, all I need to know was that something bad was going down in that place. Wait. I could press that one without a problem. The guy was laid out on the table stiff as concrete. Fuck. Okay, hold on, that's... Let me see. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then? The tiger's a busy cat. I don't hang around for no one. I ain't got time to be caught up in no murder investigation. So, when exactly did you pick up the matches? There are matches just inside the front door. Nani? Who's pooping in my chat? Gonna game later? Potentially. Right after this case, I'm gonna preview the next trial, and then I'll go ahead and wrap up. There's still some things that I was working on. So, for example, I'm still working on some things for the VTuber model. So, like, I think I'm a little bit jumpier, and like, I'm working on motions and stuff like that, trying to make myself maybe a little bit more expressive and or just like move better during certain instances. So probably do a little bit of extra work after stream, and then I'll probably find some time to game, but I don't plan on going to sleep late. I'll probably end like around 11 or 12 like last time. So depending on how much longer this is, probably I'll put some time aside for gaming, but chances are it'll probably be Overwatch again if you're down for that. Just saying. Our match is just inside the front door. Our detective friend wound up in trouble with the chef after taking 5 books home. Poor gumption. It's almost enough to make a man cry. Straight back to my office, okay. Okay, so... I'm gonna save again here. Now that I know about those 2 pieces. Supposed to. So the meeting wasn't due to take place at Tenderlander at all then. The kid was making a fuss about coming into the office. It's always that way when I want to talk about repayments. Even though I got the best punching bag you've ever seen in there, that's an issue. Maybe it's because of the punching bag that people are scared to come. Well, that's why you decided to meet at Trespian. Huh. You're going over old ground again, try it. Fuck. Okay. I'm trying to make sure I have enough information. That was laid out like, so ugly scene. So we know about this. That was laid out on the table stiff as concrete. I figured this place wasn't hot, it was gonna be, so I split. I heard the cop sirens on my way out, and so I headed back to my office. Is there anything... Do I have evidence to show? What do I have to disprove here? I'm trying to wonder. So, he claims that he went to go meet with the victim at Trespian. When he got there, the victim was already dead, and the cops were going to be there momentarily, and so he left. Is this going to be relevant for anything? I wonder. Near the kitchen. victim from the front.
The bag is empty.
Computer virus. He doesn't know the time either. Supposed to be at the gate of the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door of the joint, I saw one ugly scene. The guy's laid out on the table, stiff as concrete. So, figured the place wasn't how it was gonna be, so I aimed the cop sirens on my way out and went straight back to my office. I don't think there's... Okay, so like I'm having a thought that like for the two that I was able to press without issue, two thoughts run through my head. A, that there is something I can contradict there, which means that like if those are relevant, and so there's evidence I can use to disprove what he's saying. B, there's a pattern to which I can press these things to get more information. So it's like a 1-2 situation. Now I got to find 3 and the rest until I can get him to spill the beans. But I'm gonna take it that that's not the case, and that the other 3 options are things that we already know are just gonna get me penalized. So I'm gonna try pressing again. I saw Glenn Elk's dead body. I guess I did, but only saw him from behind. He was wearing some raggedy bit of cloth he called a hat. Yeah, maybe. What time is this? I don't know. No one wanted me able to anything else in the world watches. Round watches. Is there any way to have checked the time? I don't think so. He's not wearing a watch in any of his things, so like, I don't think... Look, all I need to know is something bad was going down in that place. So you didn't actually set foot inside the restaurant then. The tiger, the busy cat. The time caught up in murder investigation, so when did you exactly pick up these matches? Detective found one up in trouble with... Poor gumshoe, okay. Sirens on the way, I went straight back to my office. Just opened the door. Saw one ugly scene. Oh, wait. Did he must have had to step... Wait, hold on. Did he have to step foot in there too? I think he had to have stepped foot in to see it. Okay, hold on. That's definitely a thought that's going through my head. I'm gonna double check one of my initial theories. Let me see... Went straight back, found the guild. It's gonna get me in trouble, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, so that gets me in trouble still. Okay. So he had to have stepped in. Figured the place was hot already. Table stiff as concrete. Figured that the place wasn't hot, it was gonna lose, so I split. Okay, hold on. He was already dead. Hell, let me read through everything again. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door to the joint, I saw one ugly scene. After he died, right? One ugly scene. I was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. Figured that the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. There's a small pocket that's stained. Cover the victim's neck's fingerprints. Go to the scene from the kitchen. I feel like he had to have walked in to have seen him. But how does that prove anything? He walked in, which means that he was at the crime scene and interacted? Owned tender. Doodling is in the victim's handwriting. So, hold on. I'm gonna press this one because I think this is the one you didn't step foot in the restaurant then. Yeah, okay. Okay, no, so he didn't step foot in the restaurant? I feel like he had to see him. Would it be the floor plans? I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't have seen him. And then there, okay, I'll look through everything again. I don't think this is what we do. No. The scooter's not come up yet. It occurred, broke my base. Sorry, that's not gonna do. Maybe the floor plans. Maybe. I don't know. The autopsy might have something to do with it, but we haven't talked time, so I think not. Maybe the crime photo as well. I don't think so, though. I think the floor plans do a better job of explaining that. That's not gonna be... No, no, no. No, 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 no. That's not gonna come up yet. This is probably not either. He's not. So I think the only thing that could help is a floor plan. But what is that gonna do for us? Figured the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. Guys laid out the table stiff as concrete. So there's only 2 that I can talk to, or I can interact with. Because I think I saw the ugly scene and it got penalized for it. Supposed to meet with the kid that afternoon. Just says meet the tiger, doesn't it? Meet with the tiger. That doesn't do anything. Number 3rd on a date incident, there was a note saying meet with the tiger. I was supposed to meet with the kid at the restaurant that afternoon. When I opened the door of the joint, I saw one ugly scene. Yeah, there was an ugly scene. We don't know that he was there, besides the fact that nobody said that he was also there. But this is made after supposedly Kudo left. Guy was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. And that he was stiff as concrete. Figured that if the place wasn't hot already, it was gonna be, so I split. I feel like there's something here. Oh, what the why would you throw the brick? I'm in the middle of thought. I've got a thought going on right now. My thought process is still going through. And I heard the cop sirens on my way out. I went straight back to my office. Straight to his office, he heard the cop sirens. I don't know if that has anything to do with the time. Called the police by payphone. Absolutely not a robot. Okay, so she's gonna... So I don't think there's anybody I'm supposed to present, which means that it's a piece of evidence. The only thing that I've got going for me right now, though, is I feel like he had to have walked in, it seems like, through the floor plans, but it just seems irrelevant. Chat, what am I missing? Someone throw me a bone. Either tell me that I'm thinking the right things, or that I'm just way off. I'm not sure if I'm overthinking a situation. Crust, you say that that it's something simple, which makes me concerned because I probably am severely overlooking it then. Open the door to the joint. I saw one ugly scene. Don't overthink. A little late for that. I laid out over the table stiff as concrete. The place wasn't hot already. It was going to be, so I split. The guy was laid out over the table stiff as concrete. This we know, but why can I press this? Oh, hang on. Look again and see what's said. You saw Glenn Elk's dead body? I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. I guess I did, but I only saw him from behind. Is there something I'm missing here? Is there something that you can see from behind? There's a wall behind him, so I feel like you have to go in to see him. He was wearing some raggedy bit of cloth he called a hat. That's true. He's wearing a hat, he's wearing a beanie. And what time is this? I don't know. Is there no way of knowing when this happened? I don't think there was an well, like we know it was an established time. We know when the time of death was, and around 1:30 to 1:45-ish is whenever they should have been called, like the police and all that stuff should have gone down. Towards 2 o'clock. No one winds me up when anything else in the world watches. Round watches. Does somebody have watches? Did somebody have a watch? I don't think that's anything relevant. Unless he's talking about the... HMD. A piece of... I don't think so. Pollute my paws with some ticking henpecker. That's all I know is that something bad was going down in that place. He knew something bad was going down. Owie! Leave me alone, I'm thinking! I guess busy cat no time to be caught up in a murder investigation, so exactly. The matches don't matter. And then this gets me in trouble. I was laid out over the table, stiff as concrete. The door joint I saw when I was so. It's one of these two. Something here is relevant enough for me to look at, but what? Probably not this, or at the very least not yet. Not the paper. Not this. I'm overthinking it. I was laid out on the table, stiff as concrete. I'll give this one a shot, but I don't know if it's this one or the other one. Because he says, I figured the place was gonna be hot, so it was gonna be hot, so I split. Or maybe it's this one, I don't know. I'm willing to try the floor plans again. Stiff as concrete. Potassium cyanide poisoning, time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. 1:30, 2:30. There's no sign of it at all. No mirror, no nothing. All that stuff has been taken care of. The coffee cup did contain potassium cyanide. The only thing I can think of is the floor plan, so I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna double check all the evidence again, though. Meet with the type. I'll try the floor plans. I was laid out. Okay, we're getting somewhere. You're something of a loan collecting pro, aren't you, Mr. Tigre? No one escapes the tiger's clutches. Well, I'm something of a lie detecting pro. And no one escapes the Phoenix's clutches. I think it's time we got something straight. What's this, Trey? A new line of irrelevant questioning? These are the floor plans of the crime scene. You say that you were standing at the entrance, Mr. Tigre? From there, your field of vision would have been covered by an area something like this.
Indeed, the witness would have had a clear view of the victim's seat.
Isn't that what I just said? I saw the back of the kid's head. Unfortunately for you, that is not possible. If the court would think back to remember that between each of the tables is a tall partition.
Why, that's true.
Now look at the plans again. The truth is painfully obvious. From the entrance, the field of vision of any customer walking in ends here. Ooh, we got him sweating. So I was overthinking it a little bit too much, but I was on the right track. I just never committed to an idea. So from the entrance of Tres Bien, you couldn't have seen the victim's seat. But you did see the victim that day, because you met with him.
Objection!
Wrong!
Have you forgotten the old man's testimony yesterday? The victim was alone at his table.
But the defense just proved that point to be moot. The victim, witnessed by Mr. Kudo, was not Glenn Eld, but a fake.
What?
In order to have Mr. Kudo falsely testify, the real killer posed as the victim. The real killer posed as the victim he had just killed and acted out a charade.
That will do. This trial has gone on long enough without the obvious questions being answered. Who exactly was this real killer who impersonated the victim? You say the killer murdered Glenn Eld, and then impersonated this victim in a performance for Mr. Kudo? In that case, Mr. Wright, reveal the identity of the criminal in the court.
It should be Don Tigre. Obviously, the killer is Furio Tigre. No one else could have done it.
What? Well, witness?
Bruh, now that's cute. You thinks you can pin this on the tiger? Maybe you don't understand. The tiger is king of the jungle. So I dares you to say it again. Come on, you got the guts?
You can't threaten me, Mr. Tiger, or Mr. Tigre. It's a defense. Go ahead and tell the witness, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright!
Sounds to me like it must be you, old man. You's got the guts, I'll give you that.
Mr. Wright, do not leave me to handle this alone.
Perhaps I can end this embarrassment.
Mr. Gatto.
Let's just go back over Mr. Kudo's testimony one more time. The old man didn't see just the victim. Oh, no, no, no.
The servant girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. There's no question about it. She's very conspicuously put some white powder in there.
Was the victim he saw the real victim or not? That doesn't matter. The fact remains, he saw the accused put the poison into the coffee.
Yes, it was the waitress who poisoned the coffee.
Ooh. Very impressive, Mr. Gatto. Waiting for my absence to launch your attack. Ha. Found your pen at last, right? It was in my pocket. Ahem. But anyway, Mr. Kudo witnessed two people that day. He saw the victim and the supposed Mr. Glenelg and the waitress from behind.
Yes, your point, Mr. Wright.
I think the conclusion is obvious. If this Glenelg was really the killer in disguise, then surely it's possible the waitress was also a part of the show. And I bet I can put a tie to who it was.
What? You mean the waitress was an imposter as well?
The defendant, Miss Bird, fell unconscious immediately after the incident. And someone used her fainting to hatch an elaborate plan to pin the murder on her.
Who on earth was it? Who was this waitress that Mr. Kudo witnessed?
Well, if I could put a guess to it.
Who is this woman?
Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's an employee of Tender Lender.
You's making a big mistake. Do you know who Violetta's grandfather is? You better get going home in an armored truck tonight if you know what I mean.
Stop shaking, Nick. Where was I? Yes, the defendant, Miss Bird, has stated the following. Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. She was sort of creepy, and she had a kind of cackling laugh. There are just too many contradictions in this case. The second man at the victim's table who nobody but Miss Bird seems to have seen. The earpiece worn by the victim in his left ear when the eardrum was ruptured. And the radio show he was supposed to listen to half an hour after it was over. There's only one logical explanation that clears up all of these contradictions. The whole incident took place twice, once for real and once for show. And Mr. Furio Tigre, the only person who could have committed the crime, is you. Oh, is he about to lose it, or are we gonna have another? Fuck, he's gonna. I feel like there's gonna be another bit to cross-examine. Is he gonna laugh at me? Is he gonna yell, scream?
Witness, what have you got to say?
That's cute.
Sorry?
You's alright. I could do with a guy like you around. What do you mean? Okay, I'm in on this game. I'm gonna have to charter a jet to get me to my next meeting now, but I'm gonna give you one more thing to think about before I go. Something to think about? You've got it all wrapped up nice, huh, right? But you just missed one and real important thing. But that can't be. I was in the joint that day, and I met that kid too. But I couldn't have poisoned him, he's here.
What? Do you really expect us to believe you now, Mr. Tigre?
Huh. What a troublemaker. Troublemaker? Looks like we're gonna need another one for the road. One more steaming cup of hot testimony.
Indeed. Witness, you will explain yourself to the court. I will give you one more chance to testify. What happened that day at Tres Bien between yourself and the victim?
We're missing something. So now is he going to try to get away by blaming it on Violetta? Or did he really... This has got to be like what is it? The bow wrapped on the present. We've got to get it all now. Yeah, I loaned El cash. About $100,000. $100,000. MC. 500.
whoops. Oh, that day, he was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his paycheck date, see? So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know, real lucky. If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over.
Ah, waitress.
No, I see the principal amount you loaned to Mr. L was $50,000.
Yeah, well, you's got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know.
That's faster than fast. 100,000 is twice his principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question.
Yeah, he's one lucky kid. He got that $500,000 just in time. So I ain't have no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case.
His motive?
He has to have one, but what is it? Alright, so now it's motive.
I can still press him, right? Fuck, I'm gonna have to save. God forbid that he's still gonna get mad at me for pressing useless shit. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna save. Alright, press, and then it puts a penalty on me. Did he have any way of paying the loan back?
The fool was a gambler. He said he couldn't give it till he landed a big win. So I agreed to help him.
Help? You?
I kept hitting him with ideas for ways he could get a big win. But the guy kept losing.
So you were helping him for his sake or yours?
Win through compromise. Yous help me, I help yous. What's the difference, huh?
I don't believe this. Nick, would anyone really ever loan money to someone they thought was unreliable? Like, for example, if it were you, I'd only loan you $5 max. Thanks a lot, Maya. Okay, so it doesn't look like that I'm gonna be stopped for pressing. How much were you expecting him to pay you back on that day?
What do you think? The whole package, 100,000 including interest.
That's a real heavyweight punch.
Once a client misses a repayment, you call the whole loan in. You want to make it in my world, you's gotta, wait, that's all you's gotta know.
And how many times had Mr. L been late with his repayments?
Once.
And how much was he supposed to pay back every month?
$50.
Sounds like Mr. L was in a real sticky spot. Yeah, at $50 a month, he'd never pay that huge loan off. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. How much did he have left on his debt?
You want it in round figures? About $100,000.
That's the whole amount? We're talking about a guy who had 58 cents in his wallet. Holy shit, dude. Glenn Elg was really losing it.
What, you telling me he wasn't even gonna pay the coffee?
He certainly seems to have been a brave man, this Mr. L.
That guy was smooth, I tell you, real smooth. You'll have your money in less than 5 minutes. That's what he said to me. The guy then calls me the tender tiger. He was skating on the ice with me.
Was that because the
guy won the lottery? Was his last chance at a big win.
You can confirm that this is the ticket in question?
That's it.
The Millionaire radio show starts at 1:30 and runs for 10 minutes. That fixes the time you two met with the same accuracy.
And the whole scene was acted out again 30 minutes later. All so that Mr. Kudo would see it.
I can still see the kid's face now. I ain't ever gonna forget it.
Okay. The thing that interests me most is what the waitress did next. Was there anyone else in the restaurant at the time?
I don't remember.
There was no one there. I'll wear that ridiculous tiger shirt for a month. Mr. Armstrong, Maggie, and if I'm right, Viola Cadaverini were all in there at that time.
So the victim had intended to repay you from his lottery range from the beginning.
Seems that way to me.
But you wouldn't normally expect to win the lottery, would you?
Huh.
The undying belief that your next roll will end the worst losing streak you ever had.
That's what defines a true gambler. It makes it sound so cool.
Don't be tempted, Nick. You haven't got the willpower for it.
Oh, willpower.
All I know is the kid took a shot and he got lucky in the end.
This is the part that interests me. The waitress, you mean...
The girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean? If she hadn't gotten away, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with.
Maybe I should push a little on this. Ask about what Maggie did. Ask how things would have been. Ask about what Maggie did. What exactly are you implying the defendant did?
How's about you go ask Four Eyes about the $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad. She poisoned Elk's coffee.
A likely theory. Your word has not held held water lately, Mr. Tigre.
Let's not forget this witness was actually at the scene, Trite.
Well, I don't exactly agree with some of the deals I sent down. I could have been there when the cops showed up, so I split.
I see.
Your Honor.
The witness's last few statements are worth a good 2 cups of coffee. I concur, Mr. Gatto. You will amend your testimony accordingly, witness.
So that's what you're after, right, Phoenix Wright? Oh, shit. Okay. This is the big one. If I don't manage to undermine the testimony, it's all over. Why did he loan him the money in the first place? So he knew he couldn't repay it. Fuck, I was gonna ask about, well. The Tiger's trying to pin the crime on Maggie. If I ask him about what he saw, it's only going to damage our case. What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. It was all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre has no motive for killing the victim. Well, Mr. Wright, are you happy with the testimony, or would you like it amended?
Have it amended. I'm not going to get anywhere with the testimony as it stands. Your Honor, the defense would like the testimony amended.
Very well. Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect your recent statements, please.
Okay. So try this one now. Are you saying you had no other motives that day? Yeah, so what?
Then, why didn't you take the lottery ticket when you left?
Why do you think? Because Four Eyes over there. Is it Maggie? How about you go ask Four Eyes about the $500,000 ticket? She wanted it so bad, she poisoned Elle's coffee. Likely theory, your word doesn't hold water. Oh, fuck. Maybe I shouldn't... Well, I don't exactly agree.
I see.
Okay, fuck. Wait, have it amended. Okay, hold on. Let me see it again, though. Thanks to what she did, business with the kid was over. I feel like the other one's easy. You know, $500,000, you're real lucky. So what she did, business with the kid was over. Oh no, about $100,000. So they had a little chat, the kid had hit his paycheck date. Tells me he's no way to pay up. The guy really started screaming this. I won $500,000. Got real lucky, you know? Thanks to what he did, my business with the kid was over. So the Tiger was meeting Glenn L to get the money back. Mr. L had just given him the lottery ticket. That would have just been the end of it. Yeah, so with the Tiger, so what's the Tiger's motive? This is the big one. If I don't manage to undermine the testimony, it's all over for us. Why would he have to poison this girl? Bomb. I feel like that has to come up soon. Why did he have to? Maybe this has something to do with it. Maybe this was taken right as it happened. Either that or this was... Okay. The incident has a small pocket but big stains. Maybe did she mess up the ticket by spilling everything? She dropped everything? Come on. And why did he loan him the money in the first place when he couldn't repay him? Thanks to what she did, my business with that kid was over. I'm in the apron pocket. Thanks to what she did. Potentially worth millions of dollars. Let me press this and get it swapped over. Amended. Okay, so now it says I was after the 100,000. I didn't have any other reason to kill the guy. I feel like it has to be this one. I had no other reason to kill the guy. Payment was due last... maybe. Okay, hold on. There's a couple things here. He's also indebted. Okay, I have an idea. Small pocket big stain. Hold on. I have an idea. Didn't have any other reason to kill the guy. I can imagine a reason he might have needed to kill him. I can think of two. The owner alone. Hey. Okay, we're on to something. So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct? I loaned the guy the cash, so that's my right. Oh, you dozed off? Well, we're getting closer and closer to the end of it. Starting to figure things out, slowly but surely. Loan the guy the cash, so that's my right. Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, $100,000 wasn't enough to cover it, was it? Huh? What about 6 months ago? Or about 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent surgery.
Where did you just get all this info?
These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million. Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year, and it was paid in full.
$1 million? Preposterous sum. Someone should sue these HMOs.
Ha, no one would pay a bill like that. If the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it.
Order. You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright?
Indeed it did, simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Did you say Cadaverini?
Bruto Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all underworld activities in the city and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt.
Order. What do you say to that witness?
Objection!
It's a nice little fairy tale, Trite. But even if the witness did need $1 million, that doesn't tie him to Mr. Elg's murder. Mr. Elg only owed him $100,000, and he had no hope of repaying it anyway. Yeah, that guy wasn't worth my spit.
I don't think so. In fact, the opposite is true.
The opposite?
Lending money with no hope of ever repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glen Elg had no way to repay the money is crucial.
What?
Do you know where you're going with this, Nick? You've got to think outside the box, Maya. Outside the box? Okay, hold on. I have a suspicion I might know what it is. It's very straightforward. Mr. Tigre wasn't after the $100,000 at all.
It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? What exactly was Mr. Tigre after?
I've got two ideas. One is the lottery ticket, $500,000, and then also this. Probably this.
This one's more expensive, but I feel like the ticket is the most obvious. Wait, no, he didn't take the ticket, which means it's this. Glenn Elg was a programmer, a highly skilled programmer. That skill was the collateral Mr. Elg put up in an order to borrow the money. Care to explain how skill can be used as a collateral to secure a loan, Trite? He had the skills to create a computer virus, and so he did. A virus known as MC Bomber.
A computer virus? What does one do? What does one of those do?
A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the inside of a computer.
A computer? What does one of those do?
I guess the beard isn't the only part of his honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Mr. Tigre, you couldn't have cared less about the $100,000, isn't that right? All you cared about was one thing, the virus. On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn Elk had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't, and neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At last, no legitimate way, or at least no legitimate way. Aha! So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy. He murdered Glenn Elk and then made his next move, to frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn Elk, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then he reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one who we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the chef would have been kept in the dark about it. You're right, he was in on it. Mr. Armstrong was in it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Gatto? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too, $500,000 in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Almost there. I feel at least one more challenge to come. Shit, I didn't even get to read what the judge said.
He's put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
You do?
Despite your appearance, you're very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. Oh, wait. He pretended to be me.
What? Another one, Mr. Wright?
Interesting. Why don't you fill us all in, Trite? What was this trick of yours that Mr. Tigre performed to frame the accursed? And? What's the relevance of that, Trite? Wait, it's... Oh no. Shit, what? Wait. Was it not to be Phoenix? Oh, wait, is it... Oh, fuck. Is it... Oh, shit. Was it another... Fuck. Fuck! No! I don't think I saved. Fuck! No, wait. It had to have been. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe, hold on. Shit. I think I might have jumped the gun a little too fast because I thought I was onto something. Oops. Oops. What exactly was he after? Well, fuck yeah, I was a little ways off. Give me a second, I'll get us back. I'll put us back. Oops. I think I jumped the gun.
Yep. Cadaverini. And then Kudo was a witness. The chef was not in the dark about this. Okay, so let's put a safe here. I agree. Despite your appearance, you're very careful. That's why you took one more precaution, one more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. Miss Bird had no way out. There's Maggie's fingerprints. Has a small pocket with big stains. I could have swore it was because he... Okay, hold on. Doodle is in the victim's handwriting. Okay. Was it not also acting as me for the case? I feel like that's a really big one. To make sure that Maggie had no way out. Because it's one thing if you... It's one thing to frame her for all this stuff, but for me to not be there... Paper? Paper. The paper? Who was in the victim's handwriting? Huh? MC Bomber? Bomb. The mask. You haven't used it? The sports paper? Or is there a different one? The paper badge? Oh, wait, so it wasn't... Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think I get what you're...
The one, Mr. Wright.
Okay, so the paper badge. Yeah. I think I get what you're... I think I get what you're putting it down. It was the wrong piece of evidence, but the right idea. The trick Mr. Tigre performed to the accused. Gotcha. There we go. Okay, I was on the right track. I jumped the gun a little too hard. I forgot about that. Oops.
What on earth is that? What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation.
Oh, really? You don't say. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as a victim on the day in question. A month ago, in this very courtroom, you posed as me.
What? That's...
The truth.
But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt about it was you, standing in here this very court a mere month ago? The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I've ever seen.
Uh-oh. Still going? Can you prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man? Are you prepared to take that stand and testify that it was him? Go.
Yeah. Hey. Forget about it, yeah? I wouldn't do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else, huh?
Have you no pride, sir?
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Shrite, here in court, we deal with people's lives. Mr. Gatto is right.
Your Honor?
Speaking for myself, I'm absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now, however. Preside over this court as the judge with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by memory without evidence to support it.
No! I need evidence to support that was him. This is about the only thing I can. It says I trounced my client was found guilty. The paper is the only thing that I can imagine. So let me make sure I do a good rundown of everything. Got that. Yeah, the paper is the only thing here I can think about.
Circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far. You say he impersonated Glen Elk. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to the murder charge.
You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
No!
Gumshoe, I'm gonna need you to pull up, please. Gumshoe, you've got an hour, right? You've got the medicine. And... shit, I know... Fuck. There's more to it. I know there is. Gumshoe still needs to pull up.
Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You just got that.
All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit. I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Huh. Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
If I just had one more piece of evidence, well, we might just get one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence one more piece of maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
This witness's cross-examination is over. You're free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Gumshoe, please, pull up!
Your Honor, sir.
Wait!
Gumshoes!
Detective.
He's here!
Detective Gumshoe. Sorry it took so long, pal.
I staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
Well, what is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? It's the final decisive piece of evidence.
What? Whose fingerprints are on it, though? That's the question. Wait, what? What's going on here?
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
The results?
I got the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle.
Oh, so? Do you know who the prints belong to now? Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know. So, tell us. They're the tigers, right? Probably not. They're probably either Glenn's or the chef's.
You bet.
Oh, are they really?
Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. They're Furio Tigre's paw prints, alright?
That's great. Now we've got him now, Nick. Not necessarily. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick. I know. Look, I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now. Huh? What? Why not? What we need to produce at the stages in the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glenn Elk's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on the bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
I knew it. Great, no matter how hard I try, I'm never of any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. This was our last chance to help Maggie. I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's no breaking news to me, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me? Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. And I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair now. Detective Gumshoe, wait! He's gone. Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick? I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Victim's ear medicine covered in Furio Tigre's fingerprints. What good does that do us now? Oh, Gumshoe! I know they're it's there. It's in... Ah, fuck. It's in... something. Damn it, what does it do? What does its fingerprints on the medicine do?
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you've discovered.
Yes. Don't keep us all in suspense, Trey. Show us. I feel like I should show it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get anything out of it. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been to no court before.
These lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself.
It has to be. Believe in Gumshoe, believe in Gumshoe.
Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Oh, I know I can't prove anything up with his new. I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit.
Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
It's gotta be this. It has to be. Believe in Gumshoe. Please. This is the defense's final piece of evidence.
Isn't that the victims? Or isn't it the victims?
Your Honor. Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What?
But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information?
Everyone here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man, one person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark, and that should be... Who should that be? Don Tigre? If his fingerprints are on it, he should know that it's medicine, no? Unless he sprinkled the medicine into the... Nani? Okay, hold on. One person should not know what this is. Yeah, it should be him. Whenever we presented this earlier to the chef, we knew what it was from there, but Don Tigre should not. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle. Is that what you're saying? Well, what the hell's in it anyway? Yeah. Phony trial, a phony lawyer, and a phony clue. Oh shit, my phone's dying. Chat, give me a second. I need to go put that back for a second. Be right back. I bonked my leg on the way back. I hit my desk. Ow. Phony trial, phony case, or phony lawyer, and phony clue. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is the decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains... potassium cyanide. The bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Potassium cyanide?
The poison used to murder Michelle, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that? God, oh, please don't fuck this up for me.
You'd make a good clown, you know that?
What?
Yous ain't never gonna get this to stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff?
I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it.
No, wait, he's admitting it! He's admitting it! He's admitting that that's not the bottle with the cyanide! No, this is the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger or you're gonna get ripped to shreds. The cyanide bottle was...
Aha! We got him!
The cyanide bottle was brown and was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash. Don't look nothing like it.
We got him! Oh, we got him! Oh, we got him! Got him, at last.
What? Why's everyone gone quiet? I said that bottle.
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle with the cyanide in it. But you's gotta find my prints on... But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you people. That lawyer's just playing games. Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell that guy where to go.
You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said?
What I said? What did I just say? You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in.
But just now you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison. You don't know who's you're messing with. I'm the Tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up soup get the better of me?
Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. A phony trial with a phony lawyer. It was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
Oh, he's gonna scream, isn't he? Oh my god, he's still going on.
Did he broke the lights?
What's going on? It looks like a blackout.
Am I getting beat up?
Well done. Trite.
Wait, did he hit me? Did he nail me with a coffee?
I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you.
He nailed me in the dark? What an ass!
Savor it. While you watch the police restrain your prey.
Holy shit. Maggie, you're free. You're 5.
Mr. Riot, you caught a tiger by his toe. But if this one hollers, he won't be let go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Gatto? He's being arrested on suspicion of the murder of Glenn Elg, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney.
Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for the one slip of the tongue. Uriel Tigre is truly frightening criminal.
Huh. The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Gatto. Well, I'm now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Bird
not guilty. She's saved. Forget about that one time that I got her convicted, but she's saved.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
We did it, chat. Gumshoe actually came in clutch. Ooh. Mr. Wright, I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him. Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick, in the doorway.
Detective Gumshoe? Oh, guess I'll be heading off and see you around, pal. Wait! Hold on, I gotta take a drink, dude. All that fucking voice acting is taking its toll on my throat. Oh, I'm out of boba now. Fuck. Fuck, alright, that's the last that I got to work with. My Lloyd? What? I said my voice. Did that cut off? Did my voice get cut off when I said that? Detective Gumshoe? No, not my loins. My voice. Oh yeah. Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Huh? Oh, well, I was... Well, guess I'll be... Oh, fuck, I didn't get to read it all. No, wait up, detective. He just ran off. Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was running around in circles. Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick? Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this. I wanted to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up. Didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He had to report the facts. He doubted me, that's why. He thought I might have done it. Gotta prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. It's gotta be the weenies, isn't it? Yeah. I'm... Okay, let me know now. I'm going to present the weenies, but... I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom. Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom. That's a present from Detective Gumshoe, made with a ton of love. He said you lost weight and he was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe? I actually really like weenies. She lied before! She lied! You know? Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know? Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it? Is it okay if I eat this? No? There you go, Maggie. Aww. So how is it, Maggie? It's really good. Aww, look at that. So the case of phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up. And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start. Hey, recipe for Turnabout. Edgeworth? I haven't seen you this whole game. What are you doing here? Wait, hold on a minute. What do we see? Hold on. I see a bridge. I see a person with a gun. I see a man with a knife, and I see a little girl. And I see a woman in a car. Alright, we'll see the preview of this one, and then we'll, what time is it? Been going for 3 hours, then we'll call it quits here. It's a little short, but I want to put a lot of time into each individual case. So next time we'll definitely get to see a good amount. I'm going to play through probably like the first day and then the first trial, and then we'll go ahead and we'll keep it going from there. As much as I'd love to dive in and do as much as I can, I want it to be a little bit more consistent so that way I can remember things as they go. The girl. Let her go. Oh, that's got to be the woman.
Shut up. Come closer. Now kill her.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere, or you're not going to get the chance. Oh. I was about to say, that better not be it. What the hell's going on, Phoenix? Reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey. Very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before Mia and I ever met. No way. Hold on. Hold on. We're playing as Mia! We're back to playing as Mia! I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia. Oh, okay. I gotta give this guy a voice now.
I didn't do nothing. I swear. I didn't kill nobody.
Terry Falls, my first client.
Sentenced to death 5 years ago, and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him.
So why'd you escape anyway?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lie. I didn't escape from nowhere.
But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry. I told a little lie.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Now he's got the Larry, like, crying eyes. Oh boy.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I didn't kill nobody.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really, really sorry.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was tricked, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that.
Holy shit, 2 days ago he escaped from police wagon when it crashed. And about 8 hours later, a policeman was murdered before the police could recapture him. The police believe that Terry Fowles did it. Terry Fowles, or Falls? Am I pronouncing it wrong? What's the gimmick with his name? Terry Falls. Terry Falls? Terry Fowles? Terry Fall. Okay, so it is Falls. After you escaped, why did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. You did meet with the victim. No, it's not Terry Balls. Get those out of the screen. Stop it. You're filling the screen with them. Not only do they bounce off me, they can start scrolling over the whole screen. You did meet with the victim.
But I didn't kill her. She was alive when I left. She was alive. It's true.
Can't trust him, right? Or I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Ha!
Chad, is that who I think it is?
Why is he here? Why have I never heard about this guy if he knew Mia back in the day? Hold on, my face is completely off the screen. Why? Why is he here? I don't... what? He knew Mia, but why does he know me? Why does he know Phoenix? I don't get it. That's nuts. No, it's not balls. It's nuts. Guys, it's nuts, not balls. Why is he here? He knew Mia. He's this old. When did he get the mask? What's going on? What? What in the hell happened 6 years ago? Between 6 years ago and now, why does he know me? He never mentioned... Did he mention Mia before? I don't think he did. He just seems to know me. Fuck. Chat. I'm gonna get back to letting it play. I'm confused. I need deets. I was ready to call it quits, but now I need it. I need some information. What the fuck is Gato doing here? I didn't know that his story relevance was like all the way here? Hold on. So is he's... I'm assuming he still sounds the same. You're not gonna figure out the truth just by staring at the guy. Why are you here? I came to see how our little kitten... Wait, what? Hold on, wait. What did you just say? That didn't show up on one of the chats. Oh, it didn't show up on the other one. Like, fuck, I need to go grab my phone again so I can see what you said. Give me a second, chat. My phone should be fine now. I'm gonna wrap up anyways, but I'm gonna go see... Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. I'm gonna grab my phone to see what you said because it didn't pop up on my screen. All right, I grabbed it. Let's see. What did you say? Do you know his name? So it's not Gato? Is it not Gato? It's not even on here. I can't even look to see what it is. It's not gonna give me... Should end it soon, though. Just go into it. Yeah, that was my plan. I'm so invested now. I was going to cut it quits, like, soon. But now that I know that Gato was here 6 years ago, also, he's got a different suit. But now that I know that he's here, I've got to get a little bit... I got to get more of the lore drop. Proof my profession, Brandon. Sparkles in the light. Valerie, autopsy report. Stabbed with a knife in the back. Stabbed in the knife with a... She had a gun. How the fuck did she get stabbed in the back? Hold on. Line since testifies grave for custody 2 days ago. Police return victim key witness here falls 5 years ago. Okay. Also, I came here to see how our little kitten was doing all alone in this big scary lion's den. I thought maybe you'd like someone to play with. Is he trying to fuckboy up Mia? I think he's just being cocky, but I'm gonna take... I can see how this could be portrayed as, like, some sort of, like, fuckboy flirting. Where is Mr. Grossberg? Ha! That old man is probably still in bed. I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep. Oh! We got a name drop! Gato... Wait, why does Gato... That's such a different turn of name. Aren't I good enough? After all, it's me, Diego Armando. Diego... Hold the phone. Hang on a minute. Diego Armando? I've heard this name before, haven't I? Wait. I thought this person... Wait, hold on a minute. Chad, am I misremembering something? Isn't this guy supposed to be dead? I could have swore I heard this name before, like, very early on in this game. Wait. Do I? What? I could have swore I remember hearing, I semi-vaguely now remember that, like, there was a Diego Armando. I think it was Diego Armando. There was someone who was attached to Mia a long time ago, but I thought they died. Or, like... Am I misremembering? Something... Fuck. I'm not sure. Ah, shit. Okay, hold on. Shrimple, I'm gonna need you to be shadow-eyed and think with me because I'm confused. I swear, we've heard this name earlier in this game. It might have been this one, it might have been another one. I can't say just yet. I'm unsure if this is the same name or if I'm just tripping out. But I swear there was a name either very similar to this that was related to Mia. I don't remember if it was in the first case or if it was in the second one when we were, like, reflecting on it. It might have been the first one. Yeah. Wait, no. I think I'm starting to remember. In the first case, when we were talking about sweethearts with Phoenix and fuck, I forgot his girlfriend's name. When we were talking with Phoenix and his girlfriend, we were talking about Mia and her late boyfriend. Was it her boyfriend? It was late something. Someone that was related to her. I want to say boyfriend because I feel like it was on the topic of the lovey-dovey stuff between Phoenix and his girlfriend. Hawthorne? Something. I think her name was Hawthorne. Maybe I might be misremembering, but still. During that discussion, there was talk of, like, someone related to Dahlia. Yeah, it was Dahlia. But there was, whenever there were talks about this stuff, someone brought, I think it was her. She brought up, I think it was Dahlia brought up the late someone, I think maybe it was Diego Armando, to Mia, and it like struck a chord or something. Is this the guy? Was it Gato? Was Gato, what was Gato's relation to Mia back in the day? And how did he die? Quote unquote, because obviously the Gato that we know is different to this Diego Armando somehow, aside from the mask and the change of clothes. Maybe he's still addicted to coffee. I can't say for certain. I don't know, but still. What the hell is happening? All right, I'm going to... I'm going to let it play before we get into court. Some revelations are being made, but it's like lines that were not even like considered like within thought are suddenly coming back from like game 1 to now, which is crazy. I didn't say... So, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Gross... Wait, he's an attorney. He's not a prosecutor? I thought I was fighting against him. No, he's helping me? That's weird. An attorney could be both. I guess that's true. That is fair. I thought I was going against him. Am I still going against him, or am I going to be fighting Payne again, or some other attorney? Or am I fighting? Wait, would I be fighting Edgeworth? Okay, this is going to be interesting. Hold on, I'm going to let it play some. So, Diego Armando, what is... No. You've got it all wrong. Today, you're the finest. Yo, he is really hitting up Maya. He's really hitting up Mia like that. He's got the Riz face on. He's got it all. The messy hair, dude's got it all. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine. An escapee death row convict for a first client. Yeah, thanks. Sure wish I could get out of it, though. Ha! Relax. I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well. It's Edgeworth, isn't it? It's gonna be a young Edgeworth. Really? However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation of a genius since beginning of his law career. Genius? Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. I'm not a fan of how loosely he tends to throw that around, especially when talking about Mia. I think it's kind of weird. I'm not a fan of that kind of pet talk. Some people are. I will only partially judge. I'm only one person, so whether you accept my judgment or not, or if it bugs you, so be it. I'm not one to call people kitten unironically. Sharpen those claws of yours. It's go time. Okay. Solitary confinement cell for the condemned must be the world's loneliest place. And that's what my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple childlike voice, oh, so that's why he said he sounded dumb. He just genuinely talks like a child. I just had the feeling that he was telling the truth. All right. I will not click any further than here, unless it okay, yeah, I will not click any further than here. I will leave with the assumption that it's Edgeworth. I feel like Von Karma's been in long enough, so it can't be Von Karma. This is probably Edgeworth, but I will not click any further. I am ready to send us off. So this is as far as we go. I'll go ahead and repeat all this, and we'll do this all again next time, whenever the next Ace Attorney stream comes around. But holy shit. What a, wow. This was certainly something. Wow. Better come back soon, as in next week. It's not. I've already got next week's schedule figured out. I could do it 2 weeks from now. So the week after. But next week, I've got it already figured out. The week after, I can go ahead and add on to it. Oh, you work 2 weeks from now? Shoot. I already have this week planned out, though. You DP these on what? I don't know what DP means. You DP these on my work weeks like today. Well. Oh. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to do it earlier then, and try to accommodate for your narcolepsy because I've already got next week figured out. Best I can do next week is I can do a surprise stream with some Ace Attorney to it, like after work maybe, but I've already got next week figured out. And so I can go ahead and add it to the week after. That's about the best that I can do. Unless if you're working one week and then you're off the next, what I can do then is I can put it off 2 weeks, so I can put it on a week where you are not working. But then that would put it up to 3 weeks as opposed to 2. So as opposed to doing it the week after next, it would be on the 3rd again. Because I still need to, I was going to put Persona the furthest apart, so that way I could try to accommodate for as many of these as I can, since I've got Elden Ring again next week. I'll put all the stuff on the schedule for next week. Tomorrow, today's Saturday, right? Yeah, tomorrow. I'll post the schedule tomorrow, but yeah, I've already got things planned out, and I want to go ahead and put them towards what I can. So, yeah, that's how it's gonna flow for now. And don't start new stuff when you have other things. Well, I didn't really want to, but well, actually, no, that's a lie. I wanted to start Elden Ring, but I had it for a little bit, so I figured it was time to try something new in the meantime. I'm not trying to put off as many things as I can. It's more like I'm just trying to put as many things as possible, so that way I can fit them all onto the same. If you want, I can go ahead and change one thing from my schedule next week. So that way it will be, let's see. I could probably do that, yeah. All right, so I can swap out one thing since that one's supposed to be just like a variety day. The other two, not so much. Those two were already like set in stone. But yeah, there is one that I can swap out for next week. So that way I can make it so that you can come on by for that. It'll be longer for the next title, and then we can go ahead and get that pushed towards. But I'd have to move some. Yeah, that's fine. The 3rd week will probably be a lot more niche, like slower things. But next week I can go ahead and make it so that it's got 2 stories and then one thing that I've already got confirmed put towards the schedule. Does that work for you, Crust? Can we strike what is it? What was T Gray's line? Something through compromise? Compromise, I forgot what it was. I can swap it in for something next week and then just push that other thing to the week after, since it was like kind of already set in stone because it was specific as opposed to just being variety day. But I could push it off and then just make the 3rd week like a lot slower and like more like niche to fill those in. Victory through compromise or something like that. I'll say that. But yeah, I can go ahead and slap this on next week over the variety thing, so that way I'll have 2 story related games that I'll probably put a good amount of time in, and then the other thing. That work for you? Can we compromise on that? Let me see. What time is it and what? All right, it looks like we've got a good amount of things still going. All right. I'm about ready to wrap up too. So if we're done with that, I'll adjust that and adjust the schedule. I'll put that instead, and then if we're ready to go, I'm gonna take a peek-see real quick and see who's live right now, and then see who we can go ahead and raid off into. Maybe I could go ahead and raid off into someone that I know, or maybe someone else playing Ace Attorney. I'll have to give it some thought. Who's doing what right now? All right. If one of the mods or anybody who's here can, or actually, it's only the mods. If one of the mods could whip out the socials real quick, I'm going to go ahead and get us wrapped up for today, and then I'll go ahead and see if I can send us off to somebody else. Who's doing what, though? Arch Stream, Elden Ring, Jackbox. Maybe someone else is playing Ace Attorney. Should I go follow? I wonder if I should raid into someone else playing Ace Attorney. Or if I should go into I'll take a peek real quick while I can. Who's doing what right now? I don't recognize that case. Okay, okay. By the way, you misspelled the title. Where? Where did I misspell it? Yeah, now you get it. Okay, not really anybody right now playing playing much Phoenix and our Ace Attorney right now. Of the people that I follow though, let's see, there's Elden Ring, and then what was the other one? It was Elden Ring and Jackbox. I'll probably go ahead and throw us into Elden Ring. Yeah, I'll throw us into Elden Ring. Alrighty. So that will be it for today. Where'd it go? It was just here. I lost it. Where did the Elden Ring stream go? Oh, there it is. Okay. We'll go ahead and do that. But with that being all said and done, we are ready to go. So thank you again, any and all who happened to catch today's stream as it was happening live. Thanks to anybody who is watching this VOD later on. We managed to get through one case. A little bit better than before. I was struggling a bit towards the beginning, but we definitely picked it up come the end of it. So I think that overall, pretty successful. I do say so myself. If you are interested in any of the things that you saw here today, I definitely recommend that you go ahead and follow me. Let me take off my shades real quick so I can speak normally to you guys. If you were interested in any of the things that you saw here today, definitely go ahead and follow me on any of my social medias posted above. Both Twitter is going to be the place where I do post the most frequently, both in regards to IRL and like stream stuff. So if you want to go ahead and check me out on Twitter for what it is that may be going on, both for stream schedules, if any updates need to be made, or if you just want to go ahead and check to see what I've been up to, what I've been liking, so on and so forth. Communication also as well. Definitely go ahead and drop a follow on Twitter. I also do have a YouTube channel where I've been archiving a lot of my previous VODs, and so if you want to go ahead and maybe relive a VOD, rewatch something that you may have missed out on or were a part of, but wasn't able to complete, or if you just want to check out some of the other content that I had been providing, then I do recommend that you go ahead and check out the YouTube channel for all those VOD content. I also do have an editor who works on some YouTube shorts, and so if that is much more your forte, the bite-sized content, I also do get that posted as well. So I do recommend to check the YouTube channel for all those lovely, tasty, delectable bits of content. Speaking of short-form content, though, I also do have a TikTok for that short-form content. So if that's your social media of choice as opposed to YouTube Shorts, then that same content does make its way to TikTok as well, along with a small side heaping of some IRL stuff as well. Usually whenever I go to conventions or if I have some more IRL stuff in the wake, the YouTube or the TikTok does tend to get that first before even Twitter sometimes. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and follow me on any of those for any of those previously explained reasons, then definitely go ahead, feel free to do so. But with that being all said and done, we are ready to go ahead and wrap up and be on our way. Without further ado then, thank you again to any and all who happened to catch today's stream as it was happening live. Thanks to anybody who is watching this VOD later on. Next stream, I'll post the schedule tomorrow, but next stream I believe should be the same as this week. I think they're trying to keep some sort of consistency. I hope. Aside from trying to work me more days than usual, it should be next Monday, but schedule will be posted tomorrow on Twitter. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you want to go ahead and keep up, go ahead and follow there. But yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you again, everybody, for being here. Thank you to anybody watching this VOD later on. I will see you guys all again next time that I do hop online. But until that next time, I hope you all will stay safe, eat well, rest, stay hydrated, and until next time, I'll see you guys all later. Bye-bye now, everybody. I will see you guys all again next time.